What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. West Ham against Arsenal. Apologies for being late, people. Cruz had a game, it went to extra time. I got back late and all of that business, so apologies, people. But we're here, we're live and direct. Jorginho time settings, people. Granit Xhaka mode. But we are here now, people. Better late than never. And looking forward to today's game. We've got about half an hour until kickoff. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I think we're about 20 subscribers away from 61k. So let's get there before the game starts, people. Yeah, Yardman time. Apologies, people. Apologies. He had a cup game. Went to extra time, so it was a little bit late getting back. So yeah, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. And they lost as well, but he did score a hat-trick. So, you know, I have to big him up on that. But unfortunately, they lost 5-4. But yeah, listen, people, we're here. I see Curtis in a gold Lambo down the street 2 minutes ago. Aubameyang settings. Sambi mode, just getting notified. We're here, people. We're here. Eddie is back. He's back on the bench. Well, the less said about that one, the better, people. I thought Mikel fired you for being late. Anyway, let's get into the show, people. Let's get into the show. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Tough game today. Let's be honest, it's a tough game today. I did spend most of yesterday laughing at Chelsea and Tottenham, as you do. For them both getting beat yesterday. Brighton beat Chelsea and Bournemouth beat Tottenham. Late goals against Bournemouth ain't for everyone. Big up Reece Nelson. But then, of course, Man City went and slapped up Leicester. So, you know, couldn't get overly happy because we were hoping that City would drop points. This is why I'm not doing watch-alongs at the moment for Man City games, because by half-time, the game's over anyway. But let's talk about Arsenal. Let's do the team lineups, people. One change to the lineup from Liverpool last week. That is Alexander Zinchenko is out. Kieran Tierney is in. This is not a tactical change, by the way. This is an injury to Alexander Zinchenko, who's apparently got a slight groin strain from training during the week, and he will miss this game. And Kieran Tierney comes in. Now, it's interesting, when we were doing the preview, a lot of you were saying in the comments that you would like Tierney to come in for Zinchenko. I wouldn't have dropped him, and he hasn't been dropped. Let's be honest, he isn't playing because of the injury. But I wouldn't have dropped him if he was fit. But I am very happy that Kieran Tierney is getting game time for two reasons. One, I think he's a very, very good left back. And two, I don't want him to leave this football club in the summer. And without playing, he's going to want to leave. People saying Zinchenko slipped on his tears. He's crazy. Slight strain is how it always starts. Yeah, we got to be careful. We do have to be careful, that is for sure. Tierney played in the reverse fixture. So the Arsenal team, Ramsdale in goal, Ben White at right back, Tierney at left back, Holding and Gabriel at centre back. The midfield, Xhaka, Partey and Odegaard. The front three, Saka, Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. A few of you as well were saying that Trossard should play. And I think, as I said, for me, this is our number one front three. I do like Trossard. I think he's been a fantastic signing. But this is the front three that needs to win us the title. Martinelli, Saka and Gabriel Jesus. That is still our number one front line, in my opinion. The worrying thing for me is we're now at a stage where if Ben White gets injured, you have no right back. If Holding or Gabriel get injured, you've got to play Kivior, who clearly he doesn't trust yet at the moment. And if Tierney gets injured, you have no other left back. So we are desperately short of options in defence. So one thing's for sure, we need these players to get through this game unscathed. We are down to the bare bones defensively. On the bench, Turner, Walters, Kivior, Jorginho, Reece Nelson, Emil Smith-Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Leandro Trossard and Edward Nketiah makes his return to the Arsenal bench, people. A lot of you talking about the Joe Joyce fight. Yeah, the brother got smacked up. I'll be surprised if he can see anything out of that right eye this morning. And yeah, he didn't deserve to win the fight. For the boxing fans, he definitely didn't deserve to win, unfortunately. We need some serious reinforcements in the summer, 100%. You look at Manchester City's bench yesterday, it's ridiculous. Players like Laporte on the bench, Gundogan on the bench, Alvarez. I know they've got unlimited cash, but they're the levels we got to reach. And it's not like our owner doesn't have the money to do it. He certainly does. And let's be honest, without me sounding disrespectful, we shouldn't be at this stage of the season in games as important as this having to play Rob Holding. No disrespect. We might get away with him today. We might get away with him against Southampton, but we didn't get away with him against Liverpool, and you don't want him to be playing against Manchester City. That is for sure. Game kicks off at 2 o'clock, so we've got about 25 minutes. Big up Shan, who said, morning, Big C from New York. What does Trossard have to do to start a game? Listen, I don't think it's a negative thing. I think you look at Gabriel Martinelli, scored last week, got an assist. Jesus scored. We signed him to be the main man. I think Trossard was brought in to be a backup player. It got to the point that he was playing so well, and Martinelli had a slight dip, and then Jesus was injured. He got in the team, but this is Arsenal's number one front line, people. I have no problem with Trossard being on the bench. I would have picked that same front three. Big up Omar, C-Unit Business said, good morning from LA. Trossard should start for Odegaard. Yeah, listen, he could potentially play in that role, but you got to look at Odegaard's the captain, he's the chief creator. He wasn't great last week, but that's Arteta's boy, man. It's his skipper, it's his leader on the pitch. Caicedo was midfield boss against Chelsea. See if Rice can do the same. Well, we're hoping Rice doesn't do the same. I actually hope Rice has a stinker today. Trossard should start. Yeah, for me, I mean, it's football opinions. I respect your opinion. I would be playing this front three. I think this is our number one front line. I miss my countryman to Tokyo Guna. We could do with Tomiyasu because he could have played right back and Ben White could have played centre back. Caicedo looked brilliant, like somebody said yesterday. Me personally, I would go Caicedo over Declan Rice, but I think the club will go for Rice. Caicedo was brilliant against Chelsea. We have to do everything in our power to get Caicedo. Caicedo being linked with Liverpool at the moment. Very rare that you drop your captain, says South London's Fire. And you pick your captain to be the leader, the manager on the pitch. Let's talk about the West Ham team. And I've got to be honest. I'm going to be honest about this. I think this is going to be a very difficult game today. I know West Ham are not in good form. They did win at the weekend. They are in a relegation battle. There are elements of this game that worry me today because West Ham have things in their team that I don't think we deal with particularly well. I'll explain why. The West Ham team, Fabianski, former Arsenal player, in goal. Kufal, Cresswell, Zuma and Kera is the back four. Midfield three, Paqueta, Rice and Souček. The front line, Ben Rama, Jared Bowen and Mikel Antonio. Now, the number one thing that worries me about this game is Mikel Antonio. If he starts going onto Rob Holding, I think that becomes a little bit of a problem. He's very physical, very direct, and I think he will out-muscle Holding. But hopefully, we deal with him. He's going to have to be aware. And then midfield, Declan Rice got a point to prove today. When a club is being linked with you, you are desperate to prove your point when you play against them. You're going to want to put in a solid performance. Declan Rice going to want to play well. Souček as well. They've got two big centre midfielders. And I hope that, Rob Holding and obviously against Antonio and Odegaard can be elusive and get away from them. However, on the flip side, where we can damage them, for me, is their back four. Kufal at right back. I think Martinelli can cause all sorts of problems against him. He's not the quickest. He is quite physical. I think he can get hit on the break. Cresswell, I think Saka gets the better of him if we get on the ball. And Zuma. I mean, Zuma's a big physical, strong centre back. We know he don't like cats too much. Sorry, I couldn't stay away from that. Kera, I don't think he's that good. I've never rated him since PSG. And I think we can get the better of him. So they do have qualities. They're going to make it a physical game. David Moyes, they'll be direct. They'll get the ball up to Antonio. Jared Bowen will get on the run. Ben Rama's tricky as well. And Paqueta will try and get between the lines. But certainly defensively, they are not fantastic, West Ham. West Ham are only 3 points outside the relegation zone. They've lost 15 out of 29 games this season. and they've only scored 27 goals. They're the third lowest scorers in the Premier League this season, and they have found goals hard to come by. So that is where we need to get the better of them. Defend properly, deal with Antonio. I think you can shut them down, and then hopefully we can score. But it's going to be a tough game, no doubt. It's going to be a tough game, West Ham. The West Ham bench: Areola, Anang, Johnson, Downs, Cornet, Emerson, Fornells, Langzini, and Danny Ings. Danny Ings scored the winner, I believe, last week. Brian, thank you for the super chat, bro. Big up yourself. Brooklyn in the building. Big up C-Unit. We're going to chop some wood today. 5-0 to the Gunners. Keep the vibe strong. Come on, you Gunners. Listen, one thing's for sure. If we're going to win the Premier League, today has to be 3 points. There's no room, there's no margin for error against teams like this. That, you know, I know West Ham are going to fight, but we have to win today. For me, we got to score early, start quick, put them under pressure. I think we get the better of them. If you allow them to grow into the game and get their fans behind them, it turns into a difficult game and situation for us. So we have to be very careful with how we deal with this. We need a goal difference of 3 in this match. Listen, goal difference is going to count. Man City are banging goals in left, right and centre at the moment. And we hope it doesn't come down to goal difference, but they're 7 goals ahead of us at the moment, Manchester City. So if we can get 2 or 3 goals today, we play against Southampton next Friday, bottom of the league. You would hope we could beat them 3 or 4 possibly. And then you bring the goal difference a little bit closer, people. So anyway, while we're here, let's have a look at 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 bits of news. We'll look at the Premier League table as well. The Athletic obviously announced just before kickoff, Arsenal will be without Alexander Zinchenko in their match against West Ham after suffering a groin problem against Liverpool last Sunday. The issue is not expected to keep the player out for long, and he could return against Southampton on Friday. Starting to get a little bit concerned with the injuries, if I'm being honest. We're only playing 1 game a week, and now 50% of what Arteta's first choice back four would be is out with injury. You know, with Saliba, it was just a slight knock to the back. Now we haven't seen him for 5 weeks. And he's still not back. So, you know, we need him back. We need him back. He's instrumental to us. I know a lot of people are happy that Tierney is playing, and I'm happy as well. But he's instrumental in what we do on the ball in midfield. So we need him back. Let's hope that this is a small injury. I think the one positive thing is if we can get through this game, we don't play Manchester City for about 11 days. Obviously, we play Southampton next Friday. But we would be able, you would think, to get through the Southampton game with Tierney and with Rob Holding. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. But Arsenal above all said, yes, big C and C unit. Let's get the W today. The goal difference will take care of itself in the home games to come. You're right. We've got home games where we'll score goals where I think we can, you know, get closer. And hopefully, you know, hopefully it doesn't come down to goal difference. Let's be honest. Big up Buenos Aires, Gunnar. Hope you're well, my bro. Said the importance of this game. My goodness. Listen, every game for Arsenal between now and the end of the season, it's a cup final. It's a cup final. There's no margin for error. We're going to have to win pretty much every game. Apparently, you know, we can draw 2 games. We can draw to City and draw 1 other and still win the title if we win the rest. But these games here, there's no margin for error. None whatsoever, people. Big C, did you know Mudryk is Chelsea's player with the most assists this season? 2 assists. I mean, listen, I don't want to speak about other people and other teams. But, you know, they're having a stinker at the moment. But I'm more concerned with us, I can't lie. But listen, Zinchenko is out. Hopefully he's back next week. I still think he'll be instrumental in us potentially winning the title. And let's hope we get him back sooner rather than later. And I'm always concerned when we get an injury because all of a sudden, you know, our player's got a slight knock and then you don't see him for the next 4 weeks. So big up to everyone just tuned in. 2,000 of you in the chat already. We are 10 subscribers away from 61k. So if you haven't subscribed, lick that button. Let's get 61k today. And make sure you like the video, people. Massive game. Seems like a long time since that Liverpool game. This is a huge game. You know, I'm not using the Premier League table as an as a benchmark for what this game is. On paper, it looks like the team at the top against a relegation battling team, and we should turn them over. However, they will make life difficult for us. West Ham will always put up a fight at home. I just think if we can start quick and score early, that will be too much for them. We have to take into account as well, West Ham played in the Conference League on Thursday night away in Belgium. So they've travelled, they've played a game, they drew the game. They should definitely be more tired than we are. So there's no excuse. It has to be 3-point collecting. How B says, get Fran on. Listen, Fran is always welcome to come on. I'm going to try and get him on this week. He's very busy with his crypto stuff at the moment, which is why him and Laurie haven't had on after. But it'd be good to get them back on again. I always enjoyed those after-game conversations. Jamie said, Curtis, I watched them play on Thursday. They were horrible. Casanova said, to be the best, you have to beat the best. But listen, with one game a week, we have no excuse. I expect us to win today. I predicted 3-1. I'm going for a 3-1 win to Arsenal today. What are you going for, Cruz? What's your score prediction?
I think 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. I hope it's further than that. I hope we keep a clean sheet, but Rob Holding worries me. Marcel, bless up, Curtis. Big game today. The pressure is on. I'm actually confident that we'll win. I think we've got too much for them. 5-1 needed, like the Alexis hat-trick day. It was, listen, one of the best on it. I was at that game. I love the fact Zinni isn't playing because Arteta had got stuck in the idea of inverted fullback. That's why he hasn't been playing Zinni. Well, apparently he's injured, so I can't give him the credit for taking him out of the team. He is injured. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise to just give him a break. He was in tears last week on the bench against Liverpool. Psychologically, maybe it's took a lot out of him, so a break might do him well. I just hope he's available for next week. Latte in the chat says 3-1 to the Gunners. Jesus will score 2 goals today. Martin Odegaard and Partey. So you're going for 4, yeah? Listen, one thing's for sure. If we score early, I think we can really put them under pressure. Being in a title race is a different kind of stress. It feels like your heart is going to jump out of your chest. Do you know what's crazy? And I've said this a number of times. I said this on the member stream the other week, and I've said it a few times. I'm very much a believer you have to enjoy the moment, live in the present. And at the start of the season, if you'd offered me this position right now, I would have been like, oh my God, please give me that. But being in this situation, it's almost difficult to enjoy it because you become so stressed out at what Manchester City are doing, at the injuries we've got. You have to try. I think I enjoy us being top of the league most when we're not playing games. I think Monday to Friday, I enjoy Arsenal being top of the league. Saturday and Sunday, the stress levels go through the roof. Because I watched the Man City game with that slight bit of hope that they're going to drop points. They end up 3-0 up, and I turn that off. I'm like, oh no, City are never going to lose a game. Then I watch Arsenal. I'm nervous. So I actually enjoy us being top Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday is pure drama. And obviously there's a long way to go as well. We got massive games coming up. But we have to try and enjoy it. We have to, but we have to win the league, man. We've got to win the league now. We can't go through all this and it don't work out. Only 3 players in the West Ham lineup played in the Conference League on Thursday. Oh, thank you for that info. So they are going to be pretty fresh. But they've still travelled. They would have still trained. I'm sure we'd have had a much easier week than them. Big up, Jerome. Thank you for the super chat. Good morning from Queens, New York. QB in the building. If you love Arsenal, smash the like button. Let them know. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Follow the TikTok. All of that good stuff, people. We've just about hit 61k. Yeah, and follow Cruz on there as well. Lil Cruz 10. He's on there now as well. Documenting his football journey and all of that. So follow him on the talk as well. The time is now. Let's go. Curtis, thoughts on the Joe Joyce defeat? I mean, bro, what is there to say, bro? The eye is mash up. The eye will be closed this morning. I got to be honest with Joe Joyce. I didn't really buy into the hype as much. I think he's extremely slow. I've watched him in other fights. He gets hit too much. It's all right saying I've got this granite chin and I can take punches. You go up against better boxers, you can't walk into them punches. So for me, I think he's overhyped. I think he's a good boxer. I don't think he's an elite. I think he'd lose to Joshua. I think he'd lose to Fury. I think he'd lose to Usyk. I think he'd lose to Wilder as well. So I don't think he's world level, if I'm being honest. He's a tough guy, and he lost to a good boxer, by the way, but he's too slow for me. He gets hit too much. Southpaws are a problem. They are. They're difficult to fight against. Never rated him, people. I've never rated him. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. 10 minutes until kickoff. Massive game for Arsenal. I've said all along, these next 2 games, they are absolute must-wins. Now, what we've got to bear in mind, Manchester City's next Premier League game is Arsenal, which is a week this Wednesday, because Manchester City play on Wednesday away at Bayern Munich. They play next Sunday in the FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United at Wembley. So they don't play in the Premier League until they play against Arsenal a week on Wednesday, which means we have an opportunity. We play 2 games before they play their next. If we win our next 2 games, we will be 9 points clear of Manchester City. Now, yes, they will have 2 games in hand, but their games in hand, one is West Ham at home, which they would probably win. The other is Brighton away. And I'm sorry, but after watching that Brighton performance, I am clinging some hope that Brighton can do something against Man City, especially at Brighton. That is one of the games I'm looking at going, they could drop points there. And bear in mind that if City win on Wednesday and Real Madrid get through, they will have a double-head semi-final against Real Madrid that I don't think they will find it as easy as they found this Bayern Munich game. So we've got to win these next 2. This is honestly like a cup final today. I don't want to look ahead to Southampton. I expect us to beat Southampton next Friday, but we have to win today. We don't have a huge amount of defensive cover. We need the defenders to stay fit. We have to win the game today. We've still won 6 of our last 7 games in the Premier League. We're still in great form. I know we drew last week at Liverpool, and, you know, we were disappointed. In the end, we were probably lucky to get a point, but we were disappointed. Brit said I'm clinging. Listen, I am. We didn't buy Caicedo, so we're still friends with Brighton. So the least they can do is take points off Manchester City. They owe us a favour. Chris, and I hear you. He said, why are you so concerned with City dropping points? Handle your business, you win the league. It's that simple. But we all know, listen, City are our rivals, and we know that City dropping points eases the amount of pressure that is on our team. We would all like to see Man City drop points. I hear you. Handle business, we win the league. But that's going to take an almost faultless last 8 games. Every Arsenal fan wants City to drop points. So I'm sorry, I will always look at Man City's game. It's a fact. And yeah, maybe I am clinging on that Brighton game, but I think they'll drop points somewhere. It is easier said than done. Connor said, sorry, was watching the Spurs highlights. Something about sad Spurs fans makes my day. Do you know what? They should just move Spurs highlights to the comedy channel. Get them off Sky Sports. Richarlison misses a header, 6 yards out, 92nd minute. He hasn't scored 1 goal in the Premier League, £60 million. Then Bournemouth go up the other end and score. I mean, that is a thing of absolute beauty on your Saturday afternoon. And then Chelsea gets slapped by Brighton, which was funny. Danny Welbeck, that guy Welbs. So it was a beautiful Saturday, apart from Leicester obviously getting beat by Man City. This is a huge game. It's an absolute huge game. It's a must-win. West Ham are going to try and have a go at us. Let's just have a quick look at West Ham. They're having a very, very poor season. They're down in 15th. They're only 3 places above the relegation zone. So there's a lot of pressure on them. You know, West Ham are having a season where they could win the Conference League and get relegated in the same season, which is an absolute crazy season. And listen, they're under a lot of pressure. Make no mistake about it. They are under pressure. Forest play later today against United. Leeds play Liverpool. If any of those teams were to win, they would go above West Ham if West Ham lose. So they are under pressure. No doubt about it, but we have to handle business. West Ham has better than 15th place talent. They should probably be in the top half of the table. If we're being honest, you got Ben Rama, you got Paqueta, you got Rice, Antonio, Bowen. They got good players, but I think their manager's a little bit outdated, if I'm being honest. No more slip-ups. No, I personally think we need to go unbeaten until the end of the season. I think we need to not lose to anybody. Kieran said, why are my comments getting stuck at the bottom? Not going into the live chat. I've got you, bro. I've got you. I seen it. Robert said, hey, Curtis, greetings from Barbados. Yeah, looking at Emery cooking with Villa. Emery has been unbelievable since he's come in. They've actually got a chance of getting in Europe, which is unbelievable. Gerrard had them in a relegation battle, and Emery's got them in 6th place. They're 3 points behind Tottenham. That's unbelievable. 5 wins out of 5. They're the most informed team in the league, along with Man City now, and then Arsenal. Unbelievable, Unai. I'm glad for him. I always liked Unai, I got to be honest. He had a hard time at Arsenal, but I've always liked him. People, we are 5 minutes away from kickoff. Massive game. Nerves kicking in. We're playing in this shirt today. And this has to be 3-point collecting. Nothing more, nothing less. Have we hit 61k, people? Surely we've hit 61k by now. 61k's been hit. Make sure you keep subscribing if you haven't already. We're looking for... We got 2.5k in the chat. Let's get at least 2.5k likes. Massive game, people. Big up everyone in the chat. Stuart said, greetings from the Gold Coast in Australia. Squeaky bum time. We're all nervous. Chris said, Martinelli to score first. Jesus to score 2. Come on, you Gunners. I'm going for a 3-1 win today. Like I said, that front three, I know a lot of you in the comments were saying maybe Trossard should have started. I think this front three is the best front three that Arsenal have. But at least we got great options. Love a stress along with Big C. It's going to be pure stress. The players are walking out. They're blowing bubbles. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Declan Rice, possibly, could be playing for Arsenal the next time we play against West Ham in our midfield. That would be interesting. Sebastian said, is Rice good enough to start for Arsenal next season in the Champions League? Hopefully pushing for another Prem title. I think 70 to 80 million is too much for a player with a year left. What I found interesting is that I saw a report on Declan Rice, and the guy was saying that basically Declan Rice is better sitting in front of the back four than getting forward. So then I asked myself, okay, if we buy him for 80 million, Partey has sat back more this season. You don't want two midfielders that are both quite defensive. I think we need a midfielder that can get forward and score goals the way that Granit Xhaka has this season. So is he even the midfielder we need? I don't know, but they're going to go for him anyway. If we get him, I'll dress it up as a positive. If we don't get him, I'll say I never rated him. Buenos Aires Guna, thank you for the super chat. Come on, you Gunners. Congrats on 61k, bro. Vamos, Arsenal, la puta madre. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners. 3 minutes until kickoff. Give me your score predictions in the comments. I'm going for 3-1 to Arsenal. I actually hope I'm wrong. I hope it's 3-0. I hope we keep a clean sheet. Moment of silence for the Spurs trophy cabinet, please. Respect. I have to respect the dust that is gathering in that empty trophy cabinet that they have. But let's concentrate on us. Big game with, bigger fish to fry, as they say. We need to win that title. Maddie says 3-0. 40 says 3-1. Cap saying 2-0 to Arsenal. Mafia Boss says 4-0 to the Gunners. How Beast going for 3-1. Fitz going for 4-0. Listen, clip that. When Fitz is confident, you know life is good. 4-0, Fitz is saying. Big up, Fitz. Pat says, come on, you Gunners, what's up? Congrats on 61k. Big ups the community as always. Casanova says 6-0. Listen, they did get battered the other week by Newcastle at home, but I think it'll be a bit more difficult than that. 3-0, says Niaba. Dwayne says 2-0. Dust Heart Lane says roll. Definitely a lot of dust there. Robert's going 4-0. Omar's going for 2-1 to Arsenal. And Winning Ways says 5-1. Howby said, Big C, I have faith in L'Oreal Holding. Listen, the man was nearly bald last year, looking like Phil Mitchell. Now he's got longer hair than me. He could dread if he wants to. Dread Holding, people. Dread Holding. Here we go. Arsenal players are in a circle, having a chat. It looked like Granit Xhaka was speaking there. No time to be timid. Rice, OG, brown envelopes. Just tell Rice, listen, you drop below a 5 out of 10 today, we get the deal done tonight. You have a stinker and we'll sign you. If you play well, we're going for Caicedo. Consider Partey's age. We need Declan. Yeah, I hear you on that. He's nearly 30 and, we do need cover. Massive game, people. I'm hyped. I'm hyped now. It seems like we've waited a long time to watch Arsenal back in action. We are about to get underway. Arsenal playing in their black kit against West Ham. Massive game. As I said, West Ham have taken a few beatings against the bigger teams this season. We need to impose ourselves on this team. They lost 5-1 at home against Newcastle in their last home game. They also lost 4-0 away at Brighton. They lost 2-0 at Tottenham. And we are underway, people. We are underway. West Ham against Arsenal. Massive game. And a game that we have to win, that is for sure. And let's hope we get the 3 points today. I've pressed that about 10 seconds later, Anna, as well. But we're underway, people. Massive game. Arsenal shooting from right to left. The Arsenal fans are behind the Arsenal goal. And we are underway. Massive game. Come on. No room for error, people. To win this league, it's going to have to be close to perfection. And to do that, we have to win games like this. Let's see how Declan Rice plays. Here's Rob Holding on the ball. I'm actually surprised that we're playing in this kit because it's dark with their kit as well. I thought we might have played in the pink kit. I think they've given up on the pink kit. Partey gives the ball away to Declan Rice. Poor pass there. Let's see how Kieran Tierney plays at left back as well. Let's press early. The weakness of this West Ham team is their defence. I don't care what anyone says. Their fullbacks are not the best. And Zuma and Kera, is it, at centre-back? I don't rate him that highly. I didn't rate him at PSG, and I haven't rated him at West Ham. Here's Gabriel, clears it long. It'll be a good battle today up against Mikel Antonio. You know he's always going to give you a tough game. Will Gabriel mark him, or will he purposely go on Rob Holding? If you was Antonio, you would purposely go on to Rob Holding, no disrespect. Arsenal have the ball with Roberto Holdini, as we're calling him, until the end of the season. Make sure you Will Smith that like button, people. Caress it, slap it. Do what you need to do. Just make sure it's been tapped. And Arsenal on the ball with Granit Xhaka. It's going to be interesting today if Kieran Tierney tries to invert and play that same role as Zinchenko. Zinchenko, he's injured. He's got a groin strain. Here's Ben White. Finds Saka. First time Arsenal on the attack. Good ball by Odegaard. Looking for Ben White. Ben White has got it. Keep the ball. Gives it to Odegaard. It's a poor pass. That should be a free kick. Ben White. Why are we going backwards? Free kick to Arsenal. About 40 yards out. Move the ball a little bit quicker. By the end of the match, the rice will be burnt on the bottom of the pan. Listen, I told you, Declan Rice, if you want to sign for us, you make sure you play terrible today. That might secure you the move. You dare turn up and have a great game. Free kick to Arsenal. 40 yards out. They've pushed the defenders up. And they're going to get into the area. Odegaard to take it. Big C, who is your Arsenal player of the season if you have one? It's hard to pick one player at the moment. I think Saka's been brilliant. Gabriel's been brilliant. Odegaard whips it into the back post. Ball's up in the air. Can Martinelli recover it? He's got Tierney on the overlap. Martinelli whips in. Good ball. Chance. Oh, header goes wide. Gabriel. Good ball in by Martinelli. And Gabriel Magalhaes was at the back post. Heads it wide. Didn't make a great connection with it. You can see there straight away, when that ball goes wide, 2v1 against Kufau there. Good run by Tierney. Pulls him away. Martinelli whips it in. Gabriel, 6 yards out. Might be a little bit disappointed that he didn't make better contact with that. He's got the jump on Kera as well. It's kind of hit the side of his head and gone away from goal. Kieran Tierney is playing inverted, which is interesting. Is he good enough to do that? Seen John Stones do it yesterday for Man City. He scored a great goal. West Ham on the ball. It's very direct. Trying to get the ball over Gabriel's head. Antonio's pressing him, as he always will. It's very hard to play against. Gabriel does well there. Manages to clear it. Here's Jared Bowen for West Ham. Declan Rice plays a 1-2. Here's Antonio out wide. This is dangerous. Overhits the cross slightly. Comes out. Cresswell in the area. What is that from Odegaard? Ben Rama shoots. They're appealing for handball. Referee says no. Can we hit them on the break? Granit Xhaka pass, bro. You ain't got the pace. You don't have the facilities for that, Granit. Manages to win a free kick. They're doing a VAR check here for handball. David Moyes going crazy. I think it hit Rob Holding. Let's have a look. Hopefully the arms are down by his side. Nah, there's no way on earth that's a penalty. No chance. His arms were down. Does hit his arm, but it's never a penalty. We're safe. Granit Xhaka tried to go on a marauding run there. When you got 48 pace on FIFA, I think you should stay away from them kind of runs, Granit. Arsenal have the ball. Chris, you better relax about that handball. Calm yourself down, Chris. He's a Man United fan, by the way. Here's Gabriel Magalhaes. Goes for the long ball. Good ball up to Odegaard. He's got players around him. Oh, if he could have got that out to Saka. Didn't see him. Great ball by Gabriel here. Saka up against Cresswell. Too strong for him. Benrahma takes it off him. Come on, Odegaard. Be stronger. Saka keeps the ball. 48 pace settings, man. He needs a hunter card. Xhaka moving like a cart horse. Here's Gabriel again for Arsenal. Tierney's out wide. Martinelli with the flick to Tierney. Kufal wins it. Throw into Arsenal. Arsenal, nah, no chance, Joey. I called him Goey. We'll win it. We'll win it. I hope we're going to win it anyway. Great ball out wide. Saka up against Cresswell. I think he'll be too much for Cresswell today. If they leave him 1v1, he'll have problems. Benrahma gets back there, though. Here's Saka in the area. Could have got a penalty there, you know. Partey finds Odegaard. What's he got? Great little ball down the line. Ben White drills it across. Yeah! 1-0 to Arsenal! Gabriel Jesus! Yeah! Call me, people. There's plenty of credit on the phone. Goal scorer for Arsenal. Number 9. Gabriel Jesus! They're appealing for offside, West Ham. Lovely football. 6 minutes in. Gabriel Jesus taps it in at the back post. Come on! Brilliant move. Now, is Ben White onside, people? They're appealing for offside. Great ball by Partey out to Saka. Cuts inside. Finds Odegaard. Ben White plays a little 1-2. Is he onside? Please. He's on. He's miles on. He's miles onside. Get in there. Gabriel Jesus taps in inside the 6-yard box. And it's 1-0 to Arsenal. And I said last week, I want to start seeing this guy scoring tap-ins. Brilliant ball by Odegaard. Great ball by Ben White. What a goal. Split them apart. It's a fantastic cross. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Perfect pass. Gabriel Jesus. I told you, people, this is the front three. What a goal. What a move. And Arsenal lead 1-0. Get in! Said if we score early, we'll have too much for them, people. Strikers finish in the box. I told you, you score 10 tap-ins a season. You get 5 penalties. You get 5 great goals. There's your 20. I know it's easier said than done. Champagne football. Jesus hat-trick, says Connor. Let's hope so. Look at the difference he's made since he's come back in the team, people. Look at the difference. Wasn't scoring goals. Now, look, he scored last week, scored the week before, and scored here. Absolutely brilliant. Odegaard, Ben White, Jesus, split them apart. And it's 1-0. And the nerves are a little bit more calm now. Arsenal lead 1-0. In the 21 games when we've scored first, we've won 18 and drawn 3. What I'm looking for now, I'm with you, Obi, is can we win this by a few goals? We're 6 behind Man City now on the goal difference. Can we get a few more? Yeah, he got 2, didn't he? 1 last week, 2 the week before. 4 goals in 3 games for Gabriel Jesus. What a player. Credit to Ben White. He's been special. That is what you need from your right back. On the overlap, no one picks him up because you get 2v1s against their fullback. Benrahma didn't track him. And we got a 2v1 against Cresswell. He was unmarked. It's a great ball. Holding finds Odegaard. It's great football. We're cooking. Saka finds Jesus. We're on the move again. Jesus, big switch to Martinelli. We are cooking, people. Take him on, Gabby. Take him on. Xhaka on the overlap. Plays it in outside of the foot. Good header away. Tierney. Oh, it's lovely football. Martinelli whips into the back post. We're in here. Martin Odegaard. Yeah! Yeah! Martin Odegaard! 2-0 to Arsenal! We are pumping them, people! Yes! The sun is shining, people! Solargard with the goal! 2-0 to What a move. It is champagne football once again. David Moyes all over the place. 2-0 to the Gunners. What a ball in by Gabriel Martinelli. Captain Odegaard, back post. Cuts inside, whips it in, comes back out. Tierney does well. Drops it back into Martinelli. He's miles onside. What a ball. Ben Rama doesn't track him. Nutmegs the goalkeeper. The sun is shining. So Solar God is certainly on fire. Great goal. 2-0. Listen, I'm not going to say too much, but we should be cleaning up from here now, people. West Ham's defence is all over the place. What a finish. He could have actually given it to Jesus. Great goal. Nutmegs the keeper. 2-0. That solar-powered Odegaard, man. I'm telling you, the sun was not shining at Anfield last week. The sun is bright today in East London. 2-0 after 10 minutes. Broads just said it. Big up Broads in the chat. Let's send a message. Don't get twisted. Pep, Man City, they're watching this. Oh, are Arsenal going to drop points? If they send a message to us on the Saturday, like MSN Messenger back in the day, you reply straight away, send the message back. Yeah, you lot slap Leicester? Okay, we'll go West Ham and slap them. Simple. Here's Gabriel Martinelli, left-hand side. I want 4 or 5 today. I'm sorry, I'm being greedy now. I said 3-1, but I'm here for 4s and 5s. I want a clean sheet as well. Gian said, let's be honest, Curtis, we are better than City. This team is special. We'll find out after 38 games at the end of the day. Odegaard! Oh, looking for Jesus, cut out by Zuma. Stop using fossil fuel, use solar power, people. Yeah, man, they're using coal and that. I don't know what Moyes is doing. Too many ball watchers. You all have to run straight in on them twice with the back so they're watching the ball. TMB, thank you for the super chat. C-Unit, City who, with all due respect, we break their heart like they broke ours, but we have to keep going, not like Liverpool. Listen, have we been the most exciting team in the Premier League this season? 100%. I think we're more exciting than City. But let's win the title and then we'll have the conversation about who's better. Rob Holding and Antonio clash. They're looking for a free kick there. Holding's gone down. Flo Iris, sun is shining. The weather is sweet. Make you want to move. Bob Marley settings, people. And speaking of long hair, Bob Marley, Rob Holding's limping. Which is not a good sign. Big up Black. Come on, you Gunners. Cone Man music. Cone Man music. I'm telling you. The Cone Man's taking us to the top, people. He's taking us to the top. One more game. Let's make them turn it off as well. I do the same thing with Man City. When they go 3-0 up, I'm like, just lock it off. But one thing's for sure, what we have to learn from. I know this isn't Liverpool, but we were 2-0 up last week. It felt like game over. And then when they get a goal back, it changes everything. We have to score the 3rd goal before we start thinking game over. You know, I'm not going to say that. But we're dominating. We look fantastic. Let's get that goal difference a little bit closer. So now, I think we're 5 behind City now in goals. Here's Kieran Tierney, left-hand side. Can we get a 3rd? Gives it away there. Sloppy pass by Kieran Tierney, lad. Yeah, we're 5 goals behind Man City now. We can get another couple today and then slap up Southampton on Friday. By the time they play against us, Man City, we could be level or even ahead of them. So, but there's a long way to go. We were 2-0 up last week, so I don't want to say too much. 3rd goal needs to happen. Ball over the top. Holding clears it. Antonio was in pursuit, throwing to West Ham. What type of rice costs 100 million, says Brio. At the moment, Declan is doing his best to get that Arsenal move because he's doing absolutely nothing. Which is what I want. I want him to have a stinker today. And then hopefully he'll get the move. Reese says, this is the game for our goal difference. We want 5 or 6. 100%. It's collected there by Aaron Ramsdale. Keep the ball rolling, tire them out. Listen, I know Marcel said only 3 of their players played on Thursday, but they still travelled. They've gone to Belgium. They've trained. Look how deep Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus literally in defence. Oh, Partey, don't. These people have lives. He just sent Paqueta for his lunch early. Saka goes past Cresswell. Every time we go forward, we look like we can score. Partey and Odegaard. We're cooking. We're absolutely cooking, people. Sunday dinner settings. You can go up for seconds if you want. This is how good we're playing. Look at Jesus, man. He's just such a clever player. I love the form that he's in. Here's Jesus on the left wing. It's like a stroll in the park in East London right now. Tierney playing inverted. Martinelli, Xhaka, look at the football. Outside of the foot to Jesus. What's he got for Kufau? Give him some Joga Benito, man. Nutmeg him. Oh, he didn't move the ball quick enough. Jared Bowen wins it back for West Ham. Jesus is the difference, man. He's the leader of this attack. I'm telling you, that's what they signed him for. Get us over the finish line. Good tackle by Partey. Wins it back. Arsenal have the ball back. One thing that I want to reiterate. I want the third goal before half-time. 3-0 and I think West Ham are finished. 2-0, they've still got hope. Good play, Odegaard. Xhaka's on the floor at the moment. He's just got up. West Ham are struggling. I want the third goal. We're playing fantastic, but we need to finish this game off. Look at, here he is. You know, Broads is always defending Jared Bowen. He said, look at that clearance from Jared Bowen. Get him a move to Arsenal. He struggled this year, but West Ham have been poor, so... I'll tell you one thing, these relegated teams, there's going to be some decent players available. I mean, at the moment, Southampton probably only Ward-Prowse. I know that Lavia, is it? The young centre mid, a lot of teams like him. Leicester, I think Maddison, a lot of teams would take Maddison on the cheap. And Ndidi you could probably get. I don't really like Ndidi on the ball, though. He's not very good on the ball. Everton are struggling down there. Onana, you'd take Onana cheap. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Bournemouth have had a bit of a run of results that I didn't expect. I thought Bournemouth were done a few weeks ago. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Martinelli makes a run. I thought he could have slipped him in there. Jesus is absolutely running this game, by the way. He's playing like a centre mid. Here's Saka, right hand side. We are absolutely popping them. Odegaard finds Ben White. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Well done, Partey. They can't get near us. They cannot get near us. Tierney's playing inverted. What a ball. Xhaka. Martinelli. The football is ridiculous. If we score at the end of this move, I might just lock this off and just have Sunday dinner. Because this is ridiculous what we're doing to him. But we need the third. Big up Kev in the chat. Big up Kev. Hope you're well, brother. Yo, big CIO Paul as well. Got to dominate and done this. End this game. You saw City yesterday, Haaland at half-time, get off. Game done, relax, put your feet up, have a massage. I want this game done by half-time. Get the third goal, lock it off. Take Saka off. Take man off, get the game won. But we do obviously need to get the goal difference up as well. 2-0 is always a little bit risky. Remember when Laka was playing DM for us? The difference with Laka wasn't scoring. Laka looked knackered. He couldn't even get in the box when the crosses were being put in. I'd love to see the possession stats. We are absolutely bopping. Oh, just as I say that, Tierney gives the ball away. West Ham are going to try and break. Antonio is rinsed holding there. Luckily, we got 3 players back, so we should be all right. He's done holding again. He's done him again. Don't foul him. Oh, he's fouled him. It's a free kick. Luckily, that was close to being a penalty. See, that is everything that concerns me about Rob Holding. You start getting pace and power. Look, he can't cope. He can't cope. He's stretched. He dives in. I mean, that's a yard away from being a penalty. This is the problem with him. Saliba reads the game better. He's a bit quicker. Got away with it there. We're lucky that's a free kick. Don't let them back into the game. Big up Mama Knows. Mama Knows for becoming a member. Holding has to do better there. His body shape is wrong. No pace. And he's given him the space there. I think he could have stood up with him, but it was good movement. But free kick. Let's not concede. Big up Dre in the chat as well. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you are well. Let's not concede. Declan Rice whips the free kick in. Blocked by Ben White. Comes back out to Ben Rama. Whipped in high. It's direct. Antonio goes up and Arsenal win the header. Jesus, great touch. He's having a stormer. Tierney. Oh! Finds Jesus. Look at the play from Jesus. He's absolutely on fire today, this boy. Honestly. Gabriel Jesus is... He's peaking today. I want him to score a hat-trick. End the game, Dave said. Raskuna. But I'm going to say Raskuna. Tierney and Holding. Holding is too rash. How on earth is Holding still there? He shouldn't be playing centre-back at this stage, but whatever they got to do to get Saliba fit for the Etihad, you do it. Massage, injection, whatever you need to do, get him fit. We can't go to the Etihad with Holding. No disrespect. Hopefully we get through today's game, but Haaland is a different animal. But anyway, can't wait till Saliba comes back. Third goal, game over. It's Tottenham's day. End the stream, Dave. Play Tierney in his natural position. Listen, it's a hard ask for him today because he's being asked to play inverted, which is totally different for him. Odegaard with a ball over the top, overhits it, looking for Jesus, goes straight through to Fabianski. In goal, still 2-0 to Arsenal and given away there. Great play. Paqueta gives it away. Saka does well to turn. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Don't force it. Oh, good footwork. He forced it there, Saka. Should have passed it backwards. Trossard pushed Jesus to be better. Yeah, possibly. That's a great point, reaction, because this is what happens when you bring in quality players and all of a sudden I can't relax. He knew before, all right, I might be able to have an average game and it's Eddie. You can't do that with Trossard because he'll take him off for Trossard. So I think that's a great point. Ben White has been the biggest shot for me this season. Fair play was one of the biggest critics. I'm with you, Sean. I thought he was overhyped at 50 million. He's actually been better at right back than centre back. Good flick by Odegaard. Here's Partey. We're on the attack. 25 yards out. Good ball into Odegaard. Can we find something? Oh, Saka nearly got it to Jesus. I tell you what, the players are enjoying themselves. Just as I say that, we give the ball away again. Kieran Tierney, a couple times he's given the ball away. Jared Bowen's on the floor holding his face. I think Partey might have caught him. Certainly not a foul. It wasn't intentional. Referees stop play. Head injury for Jared Bowen. And there'll be a little break in play here. Keep the pressure on. 100%. Don't let them grow into this game. What happened here? I think he gave him a... No, what is that? He's holding his ankle. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he caught him. Need to close that goal difference. Salo said, Big C, did you see Lacazette, one of the top scorers in Ligue 1? That league kind of makes me question if Balogun is that good. Well, that's the thing, innit? That's the problem. I do think Balogun is good, but when Lacazette got 4 goals for Arsenal last year, he's gone to France and scored 18. That does worry you a little bit, but I think Balogun deserves an opportunity to prove himself, No, that's false. I did not slate the signing of Trossard. I slated the Jorginho signing. So relax yourself, Magic. Would you go City? It could be a chance here. Is Martinelli. Good pace. Hits the byline against Kufau. Can he pick someone out? Oh, it's just behind Odegaard. Odegaard shoots. It's blocked. Was Jesus offside? He's offside there. Free kick to West Ham. Players flourish in different systems. Yeah, that's a good point. I just think that French league is, it's a bit like the Bundesliga. A lot of teams, they defend high. They leave a lot of space in behind. They don't do that in the Premier League. Big up penalty spot in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. He said Tierney's learning the Zinni role. Tierney learning the Zinni role, has to learn fast. I think he'll get there. I mean, I wouldn't want him in that role against Man City because the way they're going to press, there'll be so much pressure on him on the ball. But yeah, he has to learn quick. Here's Mikel Antonio up against Gabriel. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to put the challenge in. They say the best defender, if you can't win the ball, you delay. Well done, Kieran Tierney there. Wins a throw-in. Good defending. I'm actually delighted to see Kieran Tierney back. I think he's been left out probably a little bit too much. And I think there's some games he should have at least come off the bench. So I am happy to see him back. Kamani said it's called the Uber Eats League for a reason. All you can eat, man. All you can eat goals in the French league. Oh, the 5 socks are... I mean, listen, that's not slander. I didn't say it was awful. I said it's like the 5 pairs of socks you get for Christmas. You don't really want them, but eventually you're going to use them when you run out of socks. That's the way I viewed the Trossard signing. So... yeah, we're currently wearing the socks. They're useful. It just wasn't the PlayStation 5 we wanted. But maybe Mudryk wasn't the PlayStation 5. So, yeah, maybe the socks were what we really needed. The football we play is so flowing. Big C, Wenger would be proud. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what as well? I like the fact that even though Arteta learnt from Pep, I don't actually think we play the same as Manchester City. I think we're quicker. I think we hit you on the break quicker. I think Man City are much more pass, 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 pass. Then they look for that ball to Haaland. I think we're actually quicker than Man City on the break because we have wingers in Martinelli and Saka that are quicker than these. You know, they've got Grealish, maybe Mahrez or Foden. These guys are more dribblers than runners. So I think we're the most exciting team to watch. However, we need to win the league. I don't want to be exciting, but finish second. I want to be exciting and win. The socks reference again. I think I think he's better than the socks. He's the Link shower gel set. You know, nah, I can't do that to him. He is better than that, to be fair. But he's definitely a better player than I actually thought he was as well. Mudryk is a PS2 at the moment. Yeah, he is. Although they're probably worth decent money now, to be honest. I know Super Nintendos are expensive now as well. Ball over the top, can't be kept in, goes out for a goal kick. Big up Flying Dutchman, who said it's 10:20 p.m. in Japan. I've got the game on, I've got Big C doing the commentary. Life is good. Life is good, people. We're top, we're winning. Zinchenko is sitting on the bench with the coaches and the players. Hopefully he is available for Friday. But Tierney, you know, if Tierney has a good game today, then maybe he holds on to his spot. I don't know. If he's got a groin strain, maybe you save him for the City game. But I want to see this third goal, I've got to be honest. And yeah, what I was referring to there, I'm actually glad that he hasn't totally copied the Man City style. He's used the basis that we have an inverted player, we dominate the ball, we dominate the midfield. But I think we're much more quick and we hit you at speed. So I'm glad he's adjusted it slightly himself as well. Ball over the top, looking for Antonio. It's a poor ball. PS2 is goated, yeah. So I think we got to call Mudryk like a GameCube or something that never really took off. I can't call him a PS2. I had many good days playing on the PS2 back in the day. So yeah, Mudryk ain't a PS2. He's a GameCube or one of them ones that never really worked, you know. Khalid said 7:26 p.m. here. Arsenal game. Right after God is great. Haaland isn't even that fast, says Connor. He don't need to be, does he? I saw a stat yesterday, I think, on Sky. All competitions, 47 goals. The second in the whole of world football was Mbappe on 31. I mean, what he's doing. As a striker myself, is he the most exciting? Definitely not. I'd pay to watch Mbappe more than Haaland, but you've got to put respect on his name because he's making it look easy. His movement and his finishing ability is just outrageous. And he's one goal away already from breaking the Premier League record, which he'll get that in the next... Well, in fact, I'm not going to say that because their next Premier League game is against us. So hopefully he doesn't. I think Haaland is one of them. His acceleration is not that quick, but I think once he gets going, he is quick. He's a big lad, big strides. I think he is quite quick once he really starts running, but his acceleration's not that, explosive. West Ham starting to get into the game a little bit. Kufau's offside there. Free kick to Arsenal on the edge of our own penalty area. Mudryk is a PSP. Yeah, I never got the PSP. They didn't really take off that much. Mudryk is a mini disc. He's like Blu-ray DVDs. There was a lot of hype around them, but no one really bothered with them. Arteta's Cone Man said, "I hope a Prem team just pays 175 million to bring him to the Prem." Mbappe, you're talking about. I think he'd probably cost more. The thing that annoys me, if he came to the Prem, he wouldn't come to us because our owner wouldn't spend that money. PSPs were good. I never got one, so maybe I need to be more respectful. Dreamcast used to sponsor Arsenal, didn't they? So I like Dreamcast, but I never had a Dreamcast either, to be honest. Big up Sam with the super chat. Thank you for that. That should be a free kick to Arsenal. Jesus got clattered there. I hope he's all right, by the way. Kera's given him a kick on the back of the ankle. Brio said, Man City looked at us. We are the blueprint. Reasonable doubt. Jay-Z settings, the amount of foreign players. We were the original blueprint, weren't we? Let's be honest. Wenger's team. PSP was ahead of its time, people saying. That's right. Floppy disks. Yeah, they went out real quick. I wouldn't pay more than 50 million for Declan Rice, says Chris. Listen, I've said many times, I think he's a hard worker, he's passionate. I don't think he's good enough on the ball. I still just wonder if he's limited on the ball. But as I say, the West Ham fans, they always say he's much better for England around better players. Look at Ben White. Man's got a bit of pace there. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Can we get the third? Whips it into the box, headed away by Zuma, the Catman. And it's cleared. Great touch there by Ben Rama, by the way, and he clears it. Listen, Caps, I said it before. There is English tax attached. Oh, here's Antonio. Great tackle, Gabriel. Superb. He's been brilliant for us this season. And he even keeps the ball. Great defending, Gabriel Magalhaes. His form has reflected his hairline, that is for sure. Start of the season, his hairline was way back. Now he's got the little afro, the hairline's back at the front. And he's been brilliant. Declan Rice nicks the ball off Partey. Finds Paqueta, penalty. Penalty given. We just don't learn, do we? I just said that Gabriel's form has been as good as the hairline. And it's gone. He's mashed it up, people. Penalty to West Ham against his international teammate Paqueta. What is Thomas Partey doing? Please tell me this is handball. Does that hit Declan Rice on the hand? That's a dive as well. No, I'm sorry. I need to see VAR. Is this a dive from Paqueta? It's a dive. I'm sorry. That is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. I want to see VAR. I need to see VAR, people. That is not a penalty. I don't know what. I've just been bigging the man up. What is Thomas Partey doing there trying to flick the ball away? Paqueta's saying it's a penalty. Obviously, he's going to say that. Where's the VAR check? Please, VAR. I feel like Paqueta is falling over before Gabriel even makes contact. Declan Rice, is it handball? Just tell him it's handball and we'll sign you. We'll sign you. If that hits his arm, it's a handball. And is it a penalty? There's 2 VAR checks. Show the replay. It makes me laugh when all the players argue with the referee. The referee's like, bro, I'm just waiting to hear what he tells me in my ear. It's not my decision. Let's have a look. Is he given it? Has it been given? There has to be a VAR check. I think it's been given. Check complete. So no handball and no dive. It's a penalty. Absolutely. Why won't they show us the replay? Ben Rama taking the penalty. I cannot believe this is just this feels just like Liverpool. 30 odd minutes, 2-0 up, cruising, and we concede a stupid goal. Here we go. Ben Rama. Ramsdale has not saved a penalty for Arsenal, and he still hasn't saved a penalty for Arsenal. 2-1. Ben Rama scores. Where's Digger D when you need him? That is absolutely shocking from Arsenal. Our own worst enemy. This guy's never going to save a penalty while he plays for this club. We just... I'm fuming. It's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Look, Moyes, they're going to get in at half-time. They're going to start shouting. And they're going to go for us now. We're our own worst enemy. Stupid penalty to concede. Oh dear, West Ham are going to be hyped up now. Same as Liverpool. 2-0 up, game over, and you give them that. I just don't understand. Why? Is Martinelli ball over the top, cleared by Kufau? Honestly, if we don't win this game, I'm not sure I'm streaming the rest of the season. I'm sorry. Declan Rice, yeah, that's him done. I don't want him now. Handball it on purpose. Don't let him do that. Unnecessary goal to concede. Game should have been done. And you've let them back into it again. And now they're flying. Here's Ben Rama on the run. Go and tackle him. Partey fouls him. He's going to get a yellow probably for that. He's all over the place. He's turned up like an old man look. All over the place. Sort your head out, bro. He makes the challenge. Look, gets caught on the ball. Wait, don't put the tackle in yet. You can't get it. You can't. Oh, so clumsy, man. So clumsy from him. And now he's on a yellow card as well. This is just stupid. Like, this game should have been over. Now they're going to start pumping free kicks in. Ah, dear. They better not do this to us, please. It's been a long season. 2-0 up, game done. You give away a penalty. Keeper never goes the right way. Never saves anything. Free kick to West Ham now. 10 minutes till half time. Partey's on a yellow. Kufau whips into the back post. Oh, it's headed. Oh, tipped over by Ramsdale. Antonio, here we go, man. What is going on? He was saying Partey's fasting. Yeah, well, he still needs to perform better than this. I'm sorry. You've got the crowd riled again now. Never saves penalties, Groundhog. Not anything, just penalties. It is Woosa time, people. Bad boys too. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. Corner to West Ham. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Cresswell, corner, away swinger. Whips it in. Oh, Antonio nearly got it. I think he was offside there. Is that a goal kick? It's another corner. Souček won the first header. Mikel Antonio there is 6 yards out unmarked. Holding was marking him. He walked away from him. Actually walked away from him like the Craig David song. I don't understand what he's doing. You don't see Pep allowing City to drop off. That's the difference, bro. 2-0 up, you score the third, fourth, and end the game. We concede. Cresswell, away swinger. Ramsdale flaps it. It is cleared away by Odegaard. What is he doing? What are we doing? Look, we're getting bullied. Rice beats Odegaard in the air. Cresswell whips it in, headed away. We're scrambling. Saka gives it away. Rice wins the header. West Ham, they're growing into the game. What are we doing? Can't be throwing a 2-0 lead away. Here's Ben Rama up against Saka. It's a throw into Arsenal. Good tackle. Bleck said stupidity at its best. Sign Caicedo. No Rice, please. Mikel, you better tell him. This ain't Liverpool. Liverpool have got top players, so sometimes top players find their way back into the game. This is not a top team we're playing against. This is David Moyes. They're 3 points above the relegation zone. 8 minutes till half time. We got to do better. You've got to finish games off. We are so naive. Ada said, man said Craig David. We play well for 5 minutes, then fall off. Jesus too deep. Look, we can't get forward now. All of a sudden, I don't understand. We've gone back 10 yards. Now they've scored, we've dropped back 10 yards. And now we can't get up the pitch. Get higher. Fabianski smashes it long. They're not even really trying to play much football, West Ham. It's direct. They've got tall players and they try and win the flick on and get the second ball. This game should have been over. Get the third, it's done. You can take players off. They've got a big Europa Conference League game on Thursday. Moyes might have even said, the game's over, take players off. Now they're back in it, Xhaka. Jeez, Gabriel, go back to Ramsdale. Kicks out for a throw-in down by the corner flag. I don't understand as well. I'm not saying this is a big thing. They wouldn't show the replay. They showed it once, whether it was handball or a penalty. I don't understand. Sort it out, people. Long throw. Kufau throws it in. Antonio's up there. Good header away. Rice wins it. Here's Paqueta. Helps it back in. It's just direct football. Paqueta shoots. It's over. Honestly, these players need to wake up. They need to wake up. How are you allowing West Ham back into this game? They were finished. They were done. Now they're winning the second balls. They're not playing no football. Look, Paqueta just helps it back into the box. They're just going to try and win headers and get the knockdowns. Good header by Gabriel. I was just saying how well Gabriel had been doing. Now the hairline had grown back. Then he gives away a penalty 2 minutes later. Here's Rob Holding. Look how deep Gabriel Jesus is. He's playing defensive midfield. He's got the ball back, though. Players need to step up. Some of our players have not been involved in this game enough. Need to get on the ball and be brave, man. Rishi Kesh, thank you for the super chat. Arsenal always do something stupid, let other teams back in the game. Why do we play it from the back so much? Listen, when it works, it's beautiful. When it doesn't, it goes against you. Odegaard finds Gabriel Jesus. Look at his hold-up play, man. Brilliant. Partey finds Ben White. Saka, you're offside, bro. You ran too early. Here's Odegaard. Little 1-2 with Ben White. Looks for Saka down the sides. Needs bodies in the area. It's a great ball in. Martinelli comes out. Oh, you got in the way. Odegaard tried to find Tierney. Martinelli blocked it. Jared Bowen tries to get him away on the counter-attack. Throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. That could have been a third goal if we'd have worked that better. Come on. Can we nick one before half-time? Lock off all this hype. They don't want us to win. That's why they don't show the replay. It was just weird. 2 decisions. They showed one replay and didn't show it again. Partey's rubbing his head. Listen, I'm not going to have a go at him. He's fasting. Maybe he's struggling. If he's struggling, take him off. He's on a yellow. He's getting caught a little bit on the ball. That's what you signed Jorginho for. That's what everyone said. That's what he was brought in for. So I'd rather have Jorginho than Partey if he's playing on the edge. He can't chat. Look at the whole... Oh, Zuma very strong against Jesus. Jesus does well. Come on, help him. White ref! He just pushed him over. Free kick to Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus, for me, has been our best player in the first half. I think he's been brilliant. Odegaard's been good at times. Stone Waller, says Perry. Listen, I want to watch the replay. I wouldn't mind seeing another replay. Game says, Curtis, what channel are you watching the match on? It's on Sky Sports, Premier League. 3.5K in the chat. Great numbers, people. Big game. We've made it unnecessarily a difficult game. As at 2-0, West Ham look finished. At 2-1, now they're pressing us and making life difficult. Kieran Tierney playing in this inverted role. It's done all right. 100% a handball, said Sandy. We're not the finished article yet. Got to keep it real. Yeah, it's true. Good play there. I thought Jesus was going to give that to Martinelli. Jesus has been excellent. One thing I would say, can we create a chance for him again? It's a whole dive, Curtis. I watched that replay 3 times. It looked as if Paqueta was diving before Gabriel even got close to him, but it was given. What can we do about it? Martin Odegaard, can we create a third? Great ball out wide. Looking for Jesus. Great first touch. It's got support. Finds Tierney. Go on, Tierney, lad. Get at him. Cross it. Win a corner. Whips it in. Cleared by Zuma. Comes out to Jesus, and it goes out for a throw-in. Was a dive, but they never checked. Thomas Partey, I mean, the first 20 minutes he played all right. But then he's just started giving the ball away, making silly fouls. Here's Tierney, left-hand side. Gets a cross in. It's a poor cross, goes over Saka. Mikel Antonio does so well there. Look at the strength. Just pushes Saka to the floor. How is that a foul? How on earth is that a foul? What? How is that a free kick? Antonio gave Saka the arm there and said, relax, little man. I'm a big-ass man. That's some real strength. I don't know how that's a free kick, though. Saka's had a quiet game as well. I don't know how that's a free kick. Hit the lights for the third goal. We need something. Saka has been non-existent. We need to see more of him. He's not getting on the ball enough. And when he is, not doing enough with it. Antonio with the flick on. 2 minutes till half time. Ben Rama gets the ball out wide. Paqueta's got to be offside. Has to be offside. Just play on. We've got the ball. Don't put your flag up. Just play on. Tierney. Come on, let's hit him on the break. Tierney, pass. No. Martinelli, don't lose it. Lift your head. That's our ball. He's give it to them. Look at Moyes. He's about 70. He's running up and down the touchline. Cresswell's on the floor. Abdullah, thank you for the super chat. Arteta needs to stop using Partey at the moment until he has finished fasting. This is his first year of fasting. Is that true? I didn't know that. But it looks like it's having an effect on him today because he was miles offside there, Cresswell. But big up to Abdullah. I think he's got. Listen, this is what he signed Jorginho for. That's what everyone said to me. If we got a midfielder out, he can step in. The ref's a hammer, says Con. I think you're right. Paolo Di Canio, I think. Trevor Sinclair. Needs his noodles at half time. Well, he doesn't break fast right till the evening, so can't even have the noodles. Partey converted last summer. Okay. But listen, at least we're 2-1 up. At least we're 2-1 up. That's the positive. Showing the goals again, man. Oh, I want to see the replay. Are they going to show you the replay of the foul? No, of course they're not. They'll just show you the penalty. Oh, here we go. Did that hit his hand? I'm not sure. I just thought this was a dive. I honestly don't think Gabriel touches him. And then he scores the penalty. But listen, we are 2-1 up. Would I have taken 2-1 at the start of the game at half-time? Yeah, I would have, because we're winning. It's just a shame that we couldn't get the third and finish them off. But hey, Cresswell's down injured. It's a throw into West Ham. 3 minutes added on. Long throw. Clear it away. Martinelli gets rid of it. West Ham get the ball back. They're just going to keep clipping it into the area. They're not interested in playing football. Here's Declan Rice. Just clips it in the channel. Jared Bowen. Please don't do anything stupid here. Get in at half-time. 2-1. Tierney. Bowen's on the overlap corner. Did he really need to give a corner away there? Corner to West Ham. 2 minutes of time added on remaining. We have to get in at half-time ahead. That is for sure. We can't be conceding. West Ham are not playing any type of football, really. It's just very direct, but it is what it is. It can be useful. They got big players. The ball clearly hit Declan Rice's hand, says to run. Pressure is on. Corner to West Ham. Whipped into the back post. It's dangerous. It goes wide. It's a goal kick. And we need to slow down. Minute till half-time. That's it. Just win the game. Look at Partey. He's grabbing Antonio or Zuma there. Only takes the ref to just... Look, Xhaka's holding as well. They've got to be careful. Got to be very careful. Rule number 1. Don't stop play until the ref blows the whistle. It's so easy for a pen taker against Ramsdale. He dives way too early, yeah. But if you lift your head, you could see he was going that way already. But anyway, Jesus wins a flick-on throw into Arsenal just inside the West Ham half. 45 seconds till half-time. Garbo says, that's the type of dive foul that the refs were told to ignore in the box this season. Clearly didn't want to ignore that one, but then VAR gave it as well. They didn't overturn it. 15 seconds till half-time. Big up Garbo with the super chat. We went from 5-0 to just win the game. 100%, bro. At 2-0, I'm like, yeah, what do you reckon? 4, 5? Let's get the goal difference up. Now I'm like, give me any win and get out of there. Simple as that. Could be a game for Jorginho. I'm just concerned about Partey on a yellow card. But slide him. He could have given that to Jesus. Saka, man. Quicker. Here we go. Again. No, Saka's having a bad one. Again, gives the ball away. Look at the work rate from Jesus. Come on, Odegaard. Yeah, that's a good challenge. He's going to give a free kick to West Ham, isn't he? Yellow card. He didn't even hardly make contact. He hardly touched him. He actually gets away from him. So, okay, there's the foul, but he's still got the ball. I don't understand how you're giving a yellow card for that. He can't wait to give us a yellow card, this ref. Poor from Bukayo Saka. Could have slipped in Jesus, doesn't, then gives the ball away. We're in the 4th minute of time added on, but he's playing on because it's a West Ham free kick. Do not concede, please. Blow your whistle, ref. He's took it short. Shame on him. They got it wrong. Half-time whistle goes. Oh, dear. What could have been probably one of the most laid-back, relaxed watch-alongs ever is turning into pure stress for no reason whatsoever. Saka today, too slow in possession. The pass is on, looks up, doesn't play the ball quick enough. Listen, let me try and calm down. It's half time now. We are 2-1 up. We are the better team. And I still believe that we can score again. But we can't. It's just, you've given West Ham a vibe now that they can get back into it. Just looking at the stats, 74% possession for Arsenal. Absolute dominance. 3 shots on goal. 2 of them went in. And 5 shots for West Ham. But they will be having a team talk in there, West Ham, saying that they can get back into this. And that's the disappointing thing. We have to score the next game, the next goal in this game to finish it off. West Ham have got a big game on Thursday. I reckon their manager will want to make changes. If not, let's get Cruz on. What are you saying, bro? Good hattie today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What are you saying about the game?
I think we're giving it to him. We're giving him a chance.
Giving him a chance. Do you think we'll score the next goal? If we can get the next goal, I think they'll be done. But got to make sure they don't score the next goal.
Yeah.
What do you think about Partey today, man?
At the first 20 minutes, I thought it was amazing, but
since then
he's been not that great.
Yeah. What about Jesus? Another goal, 4 goals in 3 games.
Yeah, I think he's baller.
Baller, isn't he? One of our best players.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get you back on at the end of the game. What was your prediction? You said 2-1. It's 2-1. Yeah. I hope we get it wrong. I won't mind a couple more goals. We'll get you on at the end.
Yes, sir.
Good hat trick today?
Yeah.
You did the Rashford celebration again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll get you back on at the end. But yeah, people, 3-1, just like the City match. Salute Cruz. Big up everyone. Cruise control, says Red Bull. Philip says big up Cruz. Big up Little C. Jorginho must play. Let me get the halftime tweet out. Happy we're winning, but I want to see the replay of the penalty. Happy we're winning, but game should have been out of sight. Need to score the next goal. Arteta's got to use the bench. This is what these guys are there for. Listen, I love Saka. Saka's one of our best players, but if he continues to play like that, you got to get him off. Right, you got to take him off. I don't care how highly rated he is. That's why you signed Trossard, and that's why you've got Emile Smith-Rowe, although we feel like he's only there for vibes. And Thomas Partey, listen, maybe he is struggling. He's fasting. First 20 good, next 25 poor. Jorginho is experienced. He's good on the ball. He's not going to have the pace and the energy. That's the worrying thing. Maybe you just get him to sit in front of the back 4 and not get too far forward. It was like a tale of 2 halves in that first half, because the first 20, we were magnificent. I'm thinking we're going to win this 4 or 5-0. And then the last 25, you know, we've allowed them back into the game. And Moyes' teams are very one-dimensional. Sky have tweeted the pen given with a still picture. Amazingly looks like they don't think it's one. I've only watched the replay once or twice there. So for those of you who might have watched it a few times and rewound it, do you think it's handball or do you think it's a foul, or is it none of them? I can't tell whether it hit Declan Rice's arm, but I thought Paqueta dived before Gabriel got there. I don't know. I want to see the replay again. I just don't understand why they weren't showing us the VAR check, the replay. I just wanted an explanation. I wanted them to say it's not handball, it's not. They just didn't say anything. Big up the Southern Gooner with the super chat. We went flat for the last 25. We need to tighten up and erase the goal differential. West Ham were itching to slow down the game. Yep. We were playing at a high tempo. They couldn't live with it. Remember, they've played on Thursday. Now they've slowed it down and they're going direct, and that suits them. Big up Southern Gooner. Hope you're well, bro. Lewis said never a pen. Commentary is so biased. Wolves F1. It's touch Rice hand, but what are the rules? Listen, bro, I don't even know the rules anymore. I've played football for 20 years. I don't know the rules. I don't know. They change them every week. So I've got no idea what the rules are. I'm going to watch this bit here at half time on the analysis. Latte, Saka for Trossard. Jesus, please stop playing DM. I hear you. You want him in the penalty area a little bit more. Saka, I'd give him 20 minutes. If he carries on like that, you drag him. That's what Trossard's there for. Big up Garung, who said it's 12 midnight in Brisbane, Australia. Big C, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Well, bro, it's going to be a long 7-8 games, but let's hope it's worth it. Louis said, unpopular opinion, Saka has been awful. Bro, I think most of... He hasn't been awful, but he definitely hasn't been good. He's being wasteful in possession. That's the problem. He's having too many touches, I think. Has Xhaka been quiet? I haven't really noticed him. That's a good point. I haven't really noticed Xhaka. Idris said it's a pen for me. What was Partey doing? It is poor from him. Trying to flick the ball over him, 7-8 yards outside the edge of your own penalty area is senseless. He took a big risk and it didn't work. Funny how we didn't get replays of the handball or the fact his touch was so heavy he's going away from goal. That's all I didn't understand. Show the replay, give us the explanation. They just didn't want to show anything. Saka's been rubbish in the last 2 games. Liverpool, yeah, should have got dragged against Liverpool. He took Jesus off when him and Martinelli were playing better. Now, here's the penalty. Now my volume's low. I can't hear it. The thing what's stupid, first of all, right, is, number one, why does Thomas Partey stop? I don't know. I think he initiated... I don't know there. Paqueta, it looks to me like Paqueta's... He's making contact with Gabriel's. I mean, Roy Keane obviously saying penalty. I'm convinced Ramsdale will never save a penalty for Arsenal, ever. What I don't like there about Thomas Partey, right? First of all, you've tried a stupid flick over someone's head, which you don't do that on the edge of your own penalty area, right? You keep the ball, or you get your body between Rice and the ball, right? Second of all, he stops and puts his arm up, complaining to the ref. All you need to do, bro, is recover, and VAR will take care of that. Don't stand there like a Statue of Liberty and going like that, and our ref, it's handball. Run back and help him. And then Gabriel just panics. Gabriel's just panicking. Oh, he's give the ball away. Looks like he's going to score. I'll throw a challenge in. I don't know. There's a number of errors in that situation. We panicked. We absolutely panicked. But I'm sorry, that is Thomas Partey's fault. It's Thomas Partey's fault. It's ridiculous play from him. You do not take a chance like that on the edge of your own penalty area. He's a big, strong guy. He could have held Declan Rice off and just kept it. It's poor. Saka, 10, 15 minutes, get him off if he's playing like this. Love Saka as much as any Arsenal fan. We ain't got no time for sentiment. If you're having a bad game, get him off. You've got good players on the bench that we signed them in January for this reason. If Saka carries on, 15, 20, Jorginho has to come on. Trossard, has to come on. And then possibly Jorginho for Partey. Because Partey struggled. Got the yellow card, gave away the pen, give the ball away a few times. I know a lot of people said he's fasting. Maybe it's affecting him. That's what you signed Jorginho for. If you need a midfielder, experienced player, calm head. The players have to come out in this second half. The thing is, they've still got to take the positivity that we're winning the game. They have to cling to the fact that we're winning this game of football. I agree. A lot of people have been on Zinchenko's back the last week. But he is a vital part of how well we keep the ball in midfield. And I think you've seen in the last 20 minutes, we haven't kept the ball as well in midfield. And he's instrumental in that. Tierney has played all right. He's definitely done well defensively. Seen the replay 10 times. It's 100% a pen, says P. Stupid lunge. Maybe. If it is, then fair enough. Over 4,200 of you in the chat. Brilliant numbers. Thank you very much for everyone tuned in. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Big up everyone. We're going past 61k as well. And this is a big second half. I'm very nervous right now because let's be honest. Let's be totally honest. If we drop points, It's a serious, serious problem. We can't. Let's just say it as it is. We can't draw this game. All right, let's be real. We're up against one of the best teams in Premier League history, this Man City team. They're relentless. They've been relentless for 5 years, 7, 8 years. You cannot draw this game. You've got to win. I don't care how we win. Goal difference at 2-0, I was like, yeah, I want 5-0, 4-0. I don't care about goal difference now. Let's win the league on points. Win it 2-1, 3-1, anything. Win the game. Stand up. Don't hide. Mikel's got to earn his bread. I said it last week. Mikel's got to earn his bread. And I don't think he did earn his wages last week. He sat there and waited until the game got away from us before he made substitutions. Make your changes early today if you have to. We cannot drop any points besides drawing against Man City to win the league. Possibly. Very possible. We certainly can't be drawing with West Ham. I'm sorry. This has to be 3 points. There's no excuse. So it'll be a big second half coming up, that is for sure. Make subs early. I mean, West Ham played on Thursday. They travelled back from Belgium on Friday morning. We should have more energy than them. But we'll see. Half-time team talk, better wake them up. Mikel needs to really say to them, listen, this ain't Liverpool. Liverpool dominated the second half last week. We can't allow West Ham to do that. Cole said it's a soft pen, but it is a pen. Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, if it's a pen, it's a pen. I could, from the way I saw it, I couldn't tell whether it hit Declan Rice's arm, so I can't say that is. The Gabriel one, I think Paqueta moves his foot to make contact with Gabriel. So, I don't know. But listen, it ain't going to change, so let's get on with it. Norwegian TV saying Rice was handball. Never a pen, says Herb. Raskuna said, nope, 100% a dive. Rivals think City will win 100% against Arsenal. We just need to draw. Well, let's make sure we beat West Ham. Let's forget about that Man City game for now. It's a long way to go. I guarantee if that was Zuma on Jesus, it doesn't get given. Teacups need to be flying. The hairdryer needs to be on full blast. These players have to understand what's on the line now, people. It's a huge 45 minutes for the team. Can't afford to mess this up. Kenny said without Zinni, the team kept passing backwards. And that's what I'm saying. You have that extra man in midfield, makes it easier to pick a pass. I think Tierney's done okay. I think he's done all right. But clearly, in that inverted role, he's not going to be as good. But listen, 2 minutes away from the second half. Massive 45 minutes. We've increased the pressure on ourselves. But let's look at the positives. 74% possession in the first half. We dominated the ball. We're clearly better than they are. And we are winning 2-1. And we do look like we can score when we get forward. But we do have to improve slightly. Saka has not been in this game enough for me. And Thomas Partey has been a bit of a worry. I mean, just watching it again, it's a shocker from him. It's an absolute shocker what he's trying to do there. I think he's got overconfident. Trying to flick the ball over a player on the edge of your own box is just insane. I'd rather he just booted it out for a throw-in than do that. Right, we go again. Let's get the third and kill the tie. Next goal will show you the direction of this game. Simple as that. If we go 3-1 up, I'm confident we win this game. I think West Ham will fall off. If it's 2-2, then it's a whole different story. I'm having an absolute meltdown. So we need to score the next goal. Brilliant support today, people. Over 4,000 of you in the chat. Big up everyone on Twitch as well. Over 50 of you on Twitch. 4,250 of you on YouTube. Make sure you like the video. Let's get 4,000 likes. Why not, people? And the second half is about to get underway. The players are back on the pitch. Yeah, did you see that? Basically, a footballer in the Premier League has brought out a hip-hop tune wearing a mask. And he's not revealing who it is. Now, I saw most people in the comments were saying they thought it was Jadon Sancho. But some people are saying Saka in the comment. I don't think it's Saka. But we'll see. It'll be interesting when they find out who that is, if they ever reveal who it is. Second half, about to get underway, people. Massive 45 minutes for Arsenal season. Shooting towards the Arsenal fans now. The end where Alexis Sanchez scored that famous hat-trick. And we are underway. Come on! Handle business. Let's get the 3 points. West Ham have started quick already. Jared Bowen whips it in. Partey, just get rid of it. And he clips it. Oh, he goes straight out for a throw and he started again. You hit the nail on the head, Big C, overconfident. No joke, I've supported you from the... You're the man. Congrats on everything. Big up, Lynch. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that support. Big up, John McDermott. Said, come on, you Gunners. Ball flicked in. It's up in the air. Holding heads out for a corner. Where's the communication? Head it away or... corner to West Ham. They've started bright. Their fans are lively now. Got a feeling this will be a long 45 minutes. I do worry with Ramsdale at corners as well. He doesn't often come and collect it. Jared Bowen, in-swinger, whipped it in. It's flicked away by Holding. Goes out for another corner on the other side. Nerve-wracking times, people. The likes of Souček and Rice and Antonio, they got big guys in there. Zuma, they're just going to pump crosses in. Where is the reaction from half-time? Started slow again. I'd love to see the keeper come and collect the ball sometimes from a corner. He never comes and gets it. Cresswell, away swinger for West Ham. It's headed away by Ben White. Comes back out. Flicked on. Declan Rice. Jesus should clear it. Is he going to take the throw? He takes the throw. I think he'd have been better smashing that up the field. But throw into Arsenal on the edge of our own area. Oh dear. Why have we made this so nerve-wracking? There was no need for it. Should have been game, set, and match. Roger Federer, straight set, 6-0, 6-1, 6-2. Now we're going to a tie-break. Ah, dear. Got to collect the 3 points today. I was wanting to relax. It was meant to be a nice, relaxed Sunday. VAR should have scrubbed that pen. That's what it's for. Antonio gets the better of Rob Holding. They got players in the box. Antonio overhits the cross. Oh, my days. We're lucky there. Holding again gets done by Antonio. Xhaka does well. That's a foul. Free kick. Well done, Granite. Poor. Rob Holding struggling with Antonio. It's too strong. Too aggressive. And we're lucky he overhit that cross there. Slow it down. We've got to get on the ball. And create chances again. We've got to score. Ramsdale to take this. Get a breather in every time you get a chance, people. 2 minutes gone in the second half. It's going to be a long 43 minutes. Ramsdale smashes it long up the field. Can we start creating? Kufau wins the header. Odegaard. Look, that's a foul, ref. Yeah, free kick to Arsenal. Zuma pulls back Jesus. Jesus like, bro, you going to book him? Of course you aren't. Of course you aren't going to book him. You only book our players, don't you? He's like, listen, mate, he plays for West Ham. I can't book him. People saying Holding is fasting as well. He's playing like he's fasting. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I'm not being funny there. Jesus is on the turn there. Zuma pulls him down. Why is that not a yellow card? If you're booking Jesus for what he did against Antonio. It's the lack of consistency. But anyway, free kick to Arsenal. About 30-35 yards out. Crossing situation. Martin Odegaard to whip it in. And can we get a goal? Odegaard will whip this in. Our centre-backs are up. Need a quality delivery here. Great ball. Headed away. Declan Rice. Saka with a shot. Oh, it's blocked. Goes out for a corner. Corner to Arsenal. Give him one of your rants. Usually works. Holding ain't fasted, but he's playing like he is, bro. The team likes making us sweat. It's going to turn out good in the end. I hope so. Saka, corner. Come on, step your game up, bro. We need more from you. At least he got a shot there. Goes out for a corner. Whip this in. Can someone get a flick on? Gabriel, even Holding. That would be a good one. Little flick on from Holding. In front of the Arsenal fans. Saka whips in the corner. Oh, it's headed away. It's up in the air. Comes out to Odegaard. And ball, ref! And ball! He's given a penalty. Yeah! Penalty to Arsenal! Penalty to Arsenal! Come on! Come on! Penalty to Arsenal! Mikel Antonio with the handball! Get in there! Yep, you can't have your arm out like that, fella. Come on! Penalty to Arsenal. Martinelli with the... He tries to hook the volley back in. Antonio, he doesn't know much about it, but his arms are out. Hits his arm. Penalty given. No need for VAR. Who takes it? Gabriel Jesus scored our last penalty, but Saka usually takes them. So who takes it? Bro, it's on your arm, man. Relax. We all saw it. Mikel Antonio, the yard man. Thank you very much, bro. I mean, we don't need a VAR check for this. Gabriel Jesus has the ball. He's pulled rank on Saka, said, listen, big man, I'm the big centre forward. I'm taking it. I don't know if you've seen, though, they have this new tactic, don't they, that the player that's not taking the penalty picks the ball up. So when all the other defenders and that are saying things to him, the other player walks away and just concentrate. And they're going to do it. They have done it. Jesus had the ball. They were all talking to him. Saka's walked over. He's thrown the ball to him. Come on, Bakayo. You've had a tough game. All is forgiven if you slot this into the corner. He scored 5 out of his last 6 against former Arsenal goalkeeper Lucas Fabianski. Come on. Come on, Saka. Slot this in. Short run up. Saka against Fabianski needs to score this. Here comes Saka. Yeah! He's missed it! He's put it wide! Oh no! You can't miss the target! No! Oh, Bakayo, what is that? Oh, it's one of them days. I'm not talking about the Sizzler song. It's an awful penalty. It's 2 yards wide. That is horrendous. Absolute shocker. Look at Jesus. Oh, no, please. Sakaka. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He's having one of them days. He's missed the target, bro. Just hit the target. Oh, my God. I can't believe it, people. I'm in shock. Antonio keeps it in. It's a throw-in. Oh, I can't believe it. I don't know what to say to you, people. Maybe Jesus should have took it. Wow. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Missed a penalty. Just like Salah last week. This game is nuts. You cannot miss a penalty like that. Yeah, listen, if he saves it, I would even accept it. You've put it wide, bro. Maybe Jesus should have took it. He took the last penalty and scored it, but Saka obviously is the penalty taker. Now Jesus is down. His boots come off and everything. He's like, ref, are you ever going to book someone? Kufau stands on the back of his foot. He knows what he's doing there as well. Saka has to come off the penalties now, man. I'm sorry that Jesus scored the last one. Ah, dear. Yeah, listen, I think it's important we understand that Saka has been one of our best players this season. Let's not tear him down as if he hasn't been a vital part of this team. He's missed a penalty. He hasn't had a good game today. I'm saying maybe you take him off. Jared Bowen, he scored. It's over. I'm done. I can't believe this, what I'm seeing. It needs to come with a health warning. It's 2-2. Jared Bowen, what a goal. This is ridiculous. This, honestly, people, I said this years ago, supporting Arsenal, I'm convinced we're in the Truman Show. Someone's going to pop out with a camera and say that this is a social experiment. I can't do this. Jared Bowen volleys it into the corner. This is, please, somebody be offside. Just anything. Just rescue us. Headed away. Great header. Please tell me he's off. Jared Bowen's onside and he's unmarked. Kieran Tierney, bro. Where are you? You're the left back. That's the right winger, unmarked. You've got no awareness at any moment of where he is. He checks his shoulder. He checks the wrong way. You're not marking him. Tierney, Ramsdale, should he save that? He volleys it into the ground, side foot. Rambo, come on, bro. I'm sorry. You got to tip that wide, bro. He's I don't know. Maybe there's too much pace on it. I cannot believe what I'm watching. This is just shambolic. End the season, Dave, if this happens. Oh my days. Odegaard, come on! Come on! Come on! We can't feel sorry for ourselves. Win this game. Here's Martinelli. Finds Granit Xhaka. Keep the ball. Give it him! Finish! Oh, he hits it straight at him. We've gone from missing a penalty to conceding in 2 minutes. You couldn't write it. You just couldn't write this, could you? I told man about that January window. No one don't want to hear about it. When I said that, oh, you're no, I'm not trolling. Because look. Great play by Martinelli. The shot hasn't got the power. Jared Bowen has mashed up his leg there. I can't believe what I'm watching. Gone from 2-0 up to 2-2. If we don't win this game, it's done and dusted. Finished. "55 minutes gone. Soft, as we say. Soft. No bottle. Rambo, I think... Listen, I need to see the replay. I think he should save it. Side foot volley into the floor. Look at Antonio. He's beating us up now. I think Ramsdale should save it. The defending's not good enough either. Look at him. He's too strong. Tierney. Look, Jesus is on the floor now. Oh, my God. Mikel, earn your wages, bro. Saka's having a tough day. He's been poor. He's missed a penalty. Give him a break. Sometimes you got to take people out of the firing line. Oh, they're on us again. I can't watch it. Who is this? Jared Bowen. Tierney, tackle him. Just letting him run. Whips it across. How on earth are we making this game so difficult? I'm not being funny, and I'm going to say, if we don't win this game, we don't deserve to win the title. It's as simple as that. If you're 2-0 up against West Ham and you lose or draw, you don't deserve to win the league. Forget it. Finish second and write the season off. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Should Ramsdale save that goal is the question I'm asking. It's poor defending. Tierney checks his shoulder and doesn't go with him. – 33 minutes to go. Tierney doesn't track the runner. Wow. Listen, I'd be making changes now. 30 minutes. I'm not waiting. There's no way I'm waiting. Alberto said, we aren't winning the league playing like that. Very arrogant from us, Curtis. I think it is. Look at the state of us. Paqueta's just walking through us. Looking for Antonio. I don't understand the performance. We look weak. They're just rolling. Paqueta's not a strong player. Just running through the middle of us. We can't create anything at the moment. This is literally the title hanging in the balance. I'm saying it. You can't draw this game. You cannot draw this game. They look more likely to win it. Hope Mikel doesn't wait till the 75th minute for subs, said delusional New York City. He has to do it in the next 5-10 minutes, bro. Forget waiting. What's he waiting for? Get these people off. West Ham fans are loud now. They think they can beat us. We got to show our quality. Jesus, you got to be stronger. Got to hold him off. He just ran through the back of you. Jared Bowen's starting to become a problem in this game. Come on. I'm trying to stay calm. Jared Bowen again. Look, he's got Tierney all over the place. He does well in the end, though. Partey, move the ball, bro. Move the ball quicker. Look, you got Jesus clearing the ball at left back. It's absolutely ridiculous. Keep the ball. Why are we booting it long? We're turning into Stoke. Saka, get Saka off for his own good. Some days it just don't happen for you in football. And it's not happening for him today. He needs to come off. This is why we signed Trossard. So you've got to show that strength to take him off. Throw into Arsenal. Oh dear. Listen, even if we're having a meltdown tomorrow on the review show, get out of this stadium with 3 points. If you don't, then you don't deserve it. Show some heart, people. They can't just sit back and feel sorry for themselves. It's 2-2. They can still win. It's a stress along, that is for sure. Come on, here's Martin Odegaard. These guys need to get on the ball and make something happen. Don't hide. Where's the movement? People need to start moving. Are you joking me, bro? Who are you passing that ball to? Who is he giving? He just kicked the ball out for a throw-in. Mikel, earn your money now, bro. 8 million a season. Earn it. Yeah, get Trossard on and don't bottle it and take off Jesus or Martinelli either. Because that's what he does too much. Makes the easy decision. Be brave. Take Saka off. We're not going to annihilate him. He's just had a bad day. Here's Partey. Keeps the ball. Come on, Tierney, man. Need more from you. Martin, why are you going backwards? Space to run into. He's running back. Ball looking for Jesus. We're forcing it now. In the first half, we were calm on the ball. Please, Mikel, make the substitution. Ramsdale, come and get the ball. Why don't he give it to him? Jared Bowen has got us. He's causing problems. Tell him, Gabby. Tell him. Tell him. He should have been off his line coming to get that Ramsdale. Why are you stuck on your line for? Pulling them stupid smirky grins he pulls all the time. You're right, Giangelo. This is ugly, bro. This is real ugly right now. The problem, yeah, we need to regroup. 28 minutes to go. This is I don't know what to say. Zuma wins the header. We can't get forward. We can't. It's a West Ham throw. I've never seen anything like it. How? 2-0 up against West Ham. Shocking. We'll see what this team's made of. He has to make subs. Long throw. Flicked on. That's a goal kick. He has to make changes. You cannot sit there and watch this. Not one sub made. 28 minutes to go. No substitutes. These players got to show something, honestly. I think we all feel the same right now. West Ham are actually playing the better football as well. That's what's worrying me. Rambo, keep the ball. Don't overplay. Oh, my God. Oh, my. The ref ain't giving Jesus anything. Paqueta, keeper. I need a minute to gather myself. I can't believe what I'm watching. Great throw-in from Ramsdale. Come on. Saka, get wide. Good run by Jacob. Ben White's there with him. Come on. Get bodies forward. Move the ball, Saka. Come on. Keep it moving. Don't slow it down. Can you get at him, Martinelli? Jeez. Little shuffle, yeah? He's got this Kufal on toast. Xhaka, why start again? Come on. Come on. We need something. Yes. Here's Xhaka, left-hand side, into Partey. The attack slowed down real quick. Saka and Jesus off. No chance I'm taking Jesus off. Especially when he turns, gets the ball out wide. Kieran Tierney whips it across. Oh, how's he missed? Saka, come on, move it. Move the ball. What is that? Oh, what a clearance. He's going to give a free kick, isn't he? Of course he is. What a chance. Jesus gets the ball out wide. Great ball in from Tierney. You should be... Oh, he's missed it by a matter of inches. Does he give a free kick for a push on Bowen? He gave a corner, didn't he? It's a corner to Arsenal. Come on. We got to will this ball into the net somehow. It's going to happen. I'm not giving up. We're just like that for the last 10 years. Probably giving this team too much hope. I'm exhausted, said Anthony. Big up for the super chat. Corner, in swinger. Martinelli whips it in. It's high. It's not a great corner. Saka heads it. Oh, Jesus. West Ham are on the break. I can't even watch. It's 3-against-3. Saka, you got to run. You got to come across, Tierney, bro. Why are you backing off? Antonio just eats up the ground. Oh, they've won a throw-in. It was our corner. Make a change. What's he waiting for? What is this manager waiting for? Jorginho and Trossard, there you go. If it ain't Partey and Saka, my head's rolling off. He better not bottle it and take Martinelli or Jesus off. He better not bottle it. Be a strong manager and take Saka off. I don't care. It's just not his day today. Offside, Benrahma. Come on. Urgency. This half is flying by. He's taking. What are you doing? He's taking off Jesus. I'm done with this guy. I'm done. I'm sorry. That is scandalous. That is scandalous. You are a disgrace. I'm done. I'm finished. Who takes their best striker off when you need a goal? You are a fraud, mate. I'm sorry. I'm done. Who does that? That is scandalous. That is one of the worst decisions I have ever seen, people. I'm done. I'm sorry. How on earth are you taking off Jesus? Oh, my days. Oh, my. That is scandalous, people. That is a shocker. My head's gone. That is absolutely 4 goals in his last 3 games. A £45 million striker, and you drag him when you need a goal. I'm sorry, people. Cone Man music is back in full effect. That is a disgraceful decision. That is a shocker. No, I can't believe it. This is Villarreal, Aubameyang, when he needed a goal. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what. We need a goal to take my best striker off and leave Saka on, who's having a nightmare. I can't. He bottled it. I'm sorry, he's bottled it. Yeah, absolutely bottled it. Who does that? Mikel, if that... Honestly, I hope Saka scores the winner and I have to apologise, but that is shambolic. It's absolute... That's like... I'm just gonna stay quiet. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. 4 goals in 3 games. That is a shocking decision. Who on earth does that? But anyway, Trossard, good feet. Come on, Saka, make up for it anyway. Score the penalty. I'll shamelessly say I agree with it. Baby and Saka won't make him better. It won't. Don't treat him like a baby. I have to keep him on the pitch every time. No, he's not a world-beating superstar. He's a very good young player. Sheets of metal, big up, bro. It is some Southgate tactic. Poor. Absolutely scandalous decision to take Jesus off. I can't believe it. But we're stuck with it now. We just got to hope. What can I do? Can't bring him back on. It ain't roll on, roll off. It's gone crazy, in my opinion. But, hey. Martinelli with the flick on. We've hardly had a chance this half. Jesus on a yellow. Come on. Partey's on a yellow. He's a goal scorer. He's not going to run around making 20 challenges. Throw into West Ham. This half's been horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. 23 minutes gone. 22 minutes to go. That is what you call favouritism. Of the highest level. Of the absolute highest. Come on, wake up, please. We have got to win this game. Arteta is destroying Saka's career today. He is poor. Why can't he sub him off? 2-0 isn't our thing, apparently. Jesus may have a slight injury worry from the coaching staff. That would be the only reason. Well, if it's that, then we get on with it. But it doesn't look like it. Big up, Nay. Ball is definitely not going to stick. Exactly. You've got no out ball. Come on, Saka. Come on, make up for it. Counter-attack. 3-against-3. Saka. Odegaard. Trossard. Lift your head. Lift your head. Lift your head. Pass. 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 No, I'm sorry, man. I can't. I'm like, no. Please. Put him out of his misery. Get him off the pitch. Arteta, you cannot do this. Stop babying him. Give it to Odegaard now. Give it to him. The shot is tame. You're slipping over. Babying him. He's not Alexis Sanchez, bro. We all love Saka, but come on. Stop treating him like he can do anything and get 90 minutes. Poor decision making. Because now what he's doing, he's trying to make up for missing the penalty. So he's playing with desperation now. He should have passed that. He's trying to score to make up for it. Oh, dear. This is just outrageous. The game's flying by. 20 minutes left. Can't believe it. This is just wrong. It's wrong. I'm sorry, it's wrong. Unless Jesus has got an injury, it's absolutely outrageous that he got taken off. 20 minutes left. We had a good counter-attack on then. Oh, dear. People are even saying, bring Eddie on for Saka. We might have to. We need a goal. We haven't got a natural striker on the pitch. Look at Antonio. Handball. Arsenal free kick in our own half. Odegaard should have been screaming at him. 20 minutes to save the title. Simple as that. 20 minutes. Here's Ben White. We have not been good enough. We've got to be on the ball and braver. Give Jorginho the ball. He's asking for it. That's a good ball, that to Martinelli. Come on. Come on. West Ham will start to tire, man. They played on Thursday. There has to be urgency. Jorginho, get on the ball for us. Jorginho's saying people have got to move. There's no movement. Shows how important Zinchenko is to us. We haven't looked as good in midfield without him. Here's Trossard. Ball out wide to Martinelli. They're doubling up on him now, though, all the time. Jared Bowen's getting back and helping Kufau at right back. Here's Martin Odegaard. Great turn. Here's Trossard. 25 yards out on the left foot. Martinelli. Oh, he's nutmegs him. Martinelli. Left-hand side. Got support. Trossard. You need him in the area, really. West Ham now. 10 players behind the ball. 10, 11 men by the ball. It's hard to break that down. Martinelli. Great ball. Tierney. Left-hand side. Stands it up. Oh, Zuma heads it away. Zuma's a beast in the air. You got to keep it away from him. Come on. Hopefully West Ham are tiring now. We've got to get back into this. Yeah, milk bottles for the baby, man. Don't baby him. Big up Alfred. Told you Arteta will cost us the title. We need a goal, and he takes off a scorer instead of adding Trossard to the other attackers. It's so predictable, isn't it, Alfred? He does it all the time. But let's just hope we get away with it. Here's Granit Xhaka. 18 minutes plus time added on to go. We are ahead of schedule, Fredo. That's what they'll say if it goes wrong. Here's Martin Odegaard. 1-2 with Xhaka. West Ham got every player behind the ball now. Even Antonio's dropped back into midfield. There's nobody up front for them. Odegaard, good footwork. Gives it away. No, you've got passers on. Jared Bowen up against Gabriel. Use your body strength. Don't let him run you. Oh, it's a throw into West Ham. Every time the ball goes out, it's just painful. Odegaard gives the ball away. And Ketia's lawyer said, game so bad, Fubo TV has decided to end the stream. Have they? Probably doing you a favour, bro. It's harder to watch. We have got 17 minutes to rescue this season. Because at the moment, it's going away from us. Good defending, Gabriel, him and Antonio having a good battle. I respect that. They've had a good battle, they have. Come on, what are you made of? What is this team made of? You've got to, listen, I know I've had words about him. You've got to throw Eddie on. You've got to throw Eddie on. You haven't even got a striker on the pitch. Smith Rowe's there for vibes again, there for no reason. You've got to genuinely throw Eddie on and just try and nick one. And you know I'm not even a big fan of him, but look at Ramsdale. How many kicks do you want? Finds Ben White. The lack of urgency is outrageous. How slow and timid we've been. Jorginho needs movement. He's asking the players to move. It's going to be a long 16 minutes, people. Ball over the top looking for Odegaard. It's poor. It goes out for a goal kick. Why are we panicking so much? Why are we panicking? The thing with Arsenal is we don't do too many comebacks from these situations. You know it's desperate when man's calling for Eddie Murphy. Yeah, get him on. Just throw him on. He's a striker. Keep believing. Delusional NYC, come on, you Gunners. He said, I believe. AP said, no Saliba and Zinchenko means no control. That's a good point, but we had control and we threw it away. 15 minutes to go, people. Be brave. I'm convinced we will create good chances late in the game. West Ham surely will tire. Why is Odegaard going backwards? You've got to take a gamble. You've got to throw Eddie on now. I'm sorry. You need a goal. Put a striker on. He's a poacher. He'll be in the area. No fake scores in the chat, people. No fake scores. It's still 2-2. Jorginho on the ball for Arsenal. We're starting to get on the ball, but there's a distinct lack of movement. Trossard, good little turn. Yeah, that's a poor pass. Such a poor pass. Cresswell volleys it upfield. Throw into Arsenal. We're on the roller coaster, people. There's loop-the-loops, everything. It's all going off. Ben White with the throw-in. Edge of the West Ham box. 15 minutes to go. Looking for Saka. Cresswell wins it. Goes out for another throw-in. Surely Nelson or Eddie have to come on right now. We've got no out-and-out striker on the pitch. Trossard up against Rice. Gets bullied. Oh, Rice wins a throw-in. This is hard to watch. I'm going to be honest. This is hard to watch. 2-0 up. And we've missed a penalty in the game. Bukayo Saka put a penalty wide. It's an unbelievable collapse right now. He has to do something. At least throw Eddie on. We don't have a striker on the pitch. Saka, how on earth he kept him on the pitch instead of Gabriel Jesus, I will never know. He has to explain that one, but let's hope we get a late goal. We got a late goal against Bournemouth. It was a lot later than this. 97th minute. 14 minutes to go, plus time added on. We've got to wake up. Ball over the top. This is dangerous. Jared Bowen up against Tierney. He shifted him. Great block by Tierney. Goes out for a corner. Look, Tierney's getting his arm up. Get me off. See, he never finished. I told you, he's a chocolate teapot. He melts when it gets hot, and he's melting. It's a great block. Jared Bowen has caused us all sorts of problems today. Tierney was done basically before that ball even hit him. As soon as he blocked it, head down, get me off. He wants to come off. It's all right training in a T-shirt in the snow, mate, but finish 90 minutes. That's what we need. Corner to West Ham. He definitely isn't stronger than a Tesco bag. Weak. Corner to West Ham. Cresswell whips it in. It's scrambling. Get rid of it, Holding. He got bullied, man. Bullied by Souček. Here's Ben Rama. He'll whip it back in. Oh, Rambo does well. It's a free kick. He's given offside. Yeah, he's offside. I can't believe what I'm watching. I can't believe it. 12 minutes to save our season. Plus time added on. What a flat, poor, naive second half. Awful. Oh, my days. Pep will be sitting there going, you actually want them to win the league. Just throwing it away. Come on. Late goal, late winner, late drama. Let's try and urge them on to victory. I'm convinced we will create a big chance at some stage. See, Gabriel's got the ball there. He's got no one to pass to. No one's moving. Come on, Rambo. What are you doing? Move the ball. We're not winning, bro. Pass it. The options are limited. He's going to have to go. It's okay, Curtis. We have a good friendship with Brighton. Exactly. I told people that January window was going to bite us. But anyway, Rob Holding clips it long. And what kind of ball is that? Who are you passing to? The corner flag. Saka does well. Where are we? Trossard gets turned. Press Zuma. Press Souček. They've bopped us. Come on, Ben White. Oh, they're hitting us on the break. Antonio up against Holding. You know how that story ends. He's just too strong. Rice has a heavy touch. Don't you dare give a free kick. Trossard, he's our striker. He's too deep. Saka, lift your head. Pass. Come on, can we hit him on the break? Jorginho finds Granit Xhaka. Saka out wide to Martinelli. Come on, get at him. Get at him. Don't let Ben Rama get over there. Tierney on the overlap. It's such a lack of movement now. Jorginho into Odegaard. He's slowed down. West Ham are getting 11 players behind the ball. It's difficult. Robbie will give Saka a 7. Ah, dear. 10 minutes left, people. 10 minutes. Here's Odegaard. Trossard on the move. Get forward. Get in the box. It's a poor pass! Why are you hitting it so hard? Martinelli there. Trossard's pass is awful. Oh, my days. The weight of pass. It's a simple 7-yard ball. He overhits it. Fabianski collects it. What is going on here? What am I actually watching? West Ham, I knew it'd be a tough game, but come on, wake up. Souček wins it off Xhaka. West Ham are in again here. Benrahma against Holding. Benrahma, good block, Rob Holding. Come on, Rob, don't foul him. Oh, he's got bullied. Benrahma's turned him, whipped it in. Antonio, it's the crossbar. Oh, my days. It was nearly over. Rob Holding gets bullied by Benrahma. Tries to go shoulder to shoulder. Weak. Big centre half, 6 foot plus against a little 5'8" winger. Gets bullied. So weak, Rob Holding. Not good enough. Antonio might have been offside, but he hits the corner of the crossbar. We are hanging on. We're absolutely hanging on. Rob Holding, not good enough. Look at Moyes, he can't believe it. 9 minutes to go. We have not created a decent chance for ages, probably since the penalty. Here's Rob Holding. Come on, move the damn ball. People have got to be brave now. Don't hide. No time for hiding. Jorginho finds Odegaard. Gives it away again. That's our ball. Saka throwing. 8 minutes. It don't look like he's going to bring on Eddie. All the way back with Holding. Ah, come on. Let's try and stick by them. I know we're all angry right now, but 8 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes added on. It's long enough to score. Holding, move the ball. Why? This is the one thing I don't understand. Why are we playing so slow? There's no urgency. Here's Jorginho. Great ball into Odegaard. The ball's there. It's out wide. Oh, it's terrible, man. They can't pass the ball. We've won it back. Please. Couple of decent passes and we're in. Trossard, good little flick to Martinelli. We need players in the area. Everyone's outside the box. Trossard's coming so deep to get it that we've got nobody in there. I hope Saka does score the win. I honestly do. Jorginho. He's looking for options. There's no movement. Everyone's standing there getting mocked. Gabriel. Looking for... Why? We keep ending up going backwards. Somebody go forwards. It's too slow. It's too predictable. Look, what is that? You can see he's being marked, Ben White. Why are you giving him the ball there? Declan Rice clears it. Great touch by Odegaard. Please, Xhaka, you've got space. Drive into it. Oh, no, they're taking the absolute mick. They can't pass the ball to save their life. West Ham on the break. 3 against 3. We're in trouble here. Are you going to get that, Rob Holding? No, you kick it out for a throw-in. I'm struggling. He needs to take that headband off. Go back to Turkey. Take the hair off. Give it him back. He's clueless. He's clueless. Oh, Fabio Vieira and Nelson coming on. Tierney comes off. Now you see why Zinchenko's important, mate. This guy, he can't get on the ball in midfield. He's actually He's taking off Martinelli. We need a goal. He's taking off Martinelli, like. He's took off Jesus and Martinelli and left Saka. Oh. Pep's paid him. I'm sorry he's been paid off. Pep's got his bank details from Man City. He's paid him. He's paid him off. It's done. It's over. He's paid him. He's took Martinelli off and left Saka on it. Check the bank details. Check them. Saka must have a clause in his contract. He can't be taken off. If only we had a player like Gabriel Jesus who could find his way through a tight defence. Still doesn't take Saka off. It's unbelievable how this guy has survived 90 minutes. It's unbelievable. How are you taking off Martinelli when you're desperate for a goal? 5 minutes to go. Let's see. Oh, Jorginho heads it to Benrahma. Please, Ramsdale's got the ball. Tomorrow's not even Arsenal therapy. It's beyond that. We're going into rehab. This ain't Arsenal therapy. Therapy is a quick hour. We might need three months to get over this. Fabio Vieira, if ever there was a time for you to earn your stripes, this is it. Here's Reece Nelson, left-hand side. Come on. Drive, Reece. Drive. Here's Martin Odegaard. You got to move the ball. Don't lose it. Somebody needs to be wide. Xhaka, keep going backwards. Stop going backwards. Holding. Don't give the ball away, bro. You can see it. Trossard. Come on. 5 minutes. Time's running out quick. Trossard. Good run. Here's Nelson. Left-hand side. Get at him, Reece. Get at him. Take him on. Nelson whips it in. Saka with the header. It's wide. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm out of words, people. I'm out of words. The fact he's taken off Martinelli and Jesus is just beyond words. It's beyond words, people, what I'm watching. 5 minutes, West Ham making changes. Arteta don't want to win. Them substitutions are not the changes of a manager that wants to win. They've ruined it all. Antonio comes off. This is shocking. The last 2 weeks, we've blown it. We've done the same thing both weeks. 2-0 up, bottled it. I mean, what are we now? 4 points clear, game in hand. Now you've got a draw to City or beat them and win every other game to win the title. If City beat us, they're ahead of us, and that'll be that. So, if they win the league from that point, fair play. 3 minutes to go, free kick to Arsenal. Get up. Get up, Fabio Vieira. No time for this. 3 minutes left plus time added on. Here's Gabriel. He's actually had a good game against Antonio, but then he gave away the penalty. So, don't understand why we keep passing the ball backwards. Look at Xhaka, centre-back. Every time. Doesn't turn, doesn't look forward. We're desperate for a goal. We keep playing back. The speed we're playing this game, you would think we were 2 goals ahead. Look, every time backwards. I'll come and have it. I'll come and get it. Have a touch. Give it back to Rob Holding. Play forwards. Now he's bringing on Eddie in the 90th minute. Look, you have it. Go backwards again. It's unbelievable. Get the ball forwards. Come and get it off him. Oh, Odegaard, you are just unbelievable. He's dummying it to no one. Come on, Granit. Drive. Trossard, get forward. Stop with these little flicks. Go that side. Trossard, heavy touch. Please, just get the ball into the box. We'll get one chance. We'll get one. I'm convinced we will get one. Oh, Fabio Vieira, mate. I'm not in the mood for you doing little flicks like that, giving the ball away. We've got it back. It's not the time for flicks. Get hold of it and pass and shoot. Jorginho is telling Ben White to get forward. Odegaard, great ball to Nelson. Come on, Reece. Come on. He's got 2 players on him. Granit, we're forced all the way back. Get forward. Here's Gabriel, finds Ben White. Oh, it's too slow. It's too slow. Pass, Rob Holding. Odegaard. That's a free kick. Free kick to Arsenal. 30, probably 35 yards out. Not in the mood for Fabio. Get up, Odegaard. You're meant to be the captain. Odegaard's getting dragged now as well for Eddie. What is he actually telling him now? Oh, come on with 30 seconds and score. Why didn't you bring him on 10 minutes ago? 15 minutes ago? Fabio Vieira is looking like a Denis Suarez right now. Saka still doesn't get taken off, by the way. He never will. Ben Rama comes off for them. I don't know who they're bringing on. 4 nows. We're in the 89th. We're in the 90th minute. I can't believe it. How long added on? We need 4, 5, 6 minutes here. We need at least 4 or 5. Fabio Vieira to take it. How long's added on? 5 minutes. This is it. 5 minutes before the weekend and the season could be done. Fabio Vieira free kick. Crossing situation. West Ham are big in the air. I would just literally roll that to Jorginho. Whipped in. Header! Straight at the keeper, Rob Holding. Oh dear, this team, they just don't feel like they're built for it. The cross was too soft. It needed power in it. Need to whip that in with power so he can just flick it. I'm letting you know that if we draw this stream ends as soon as this game finishes. I can't talk about this game. I don't want to watch the players walking off. I don't want to hear the interviews. I don't want nothing to do with it. You have ruined the whole season in 2 weekends. Ruined it. You've made shambolic substitutions. Absolute shambolic substitutions. Taking off Jesus. And look at that touch from Granit Xhaka. It's literally bounced off his shin pad out for a corner. We've embarrassed ourselves today. We've absolutely embarrassed ourselves. Drawing with Liverpool. Okay, they were unbelievable second half. It happens at Anfield sometimes. They beat United 7-0. This, I don't accept this for a second. They lost 5-1 to Newcastle. Corner to West Ham. All Arteta's fault. All his fault. Title lost. 1 game a week. Corner whipped in. Headed away by Gabriel. We still haven't got the ball back. Oh, Tierney's nutmegged Eddie. Hasn't given it. Move the ball, Saka, please. Do something. Trossard, you're going to... Saka drive. Oh, it's a heavy touch, Bukayo. You've been awful. Saka has had an absolute nightmare performance. 3 minutes to go. Can we get one chance? We've created nothing. Here come West Ham. Ball whipped in. Cleared. Oh, I thought he was going to give away a penalty. Offside. Get the ball. Get the ball, please. Some urgency. This is... Look at them. Look at them. What are they waiting for? Please, here's Nelson. Get up the pitch. Run. Support him. Give him something to pass to. You're going to end up all the way back, Granite. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Just got to get it in the box now. Sometimes you ain't got time to play pretty football. Saka, can he produce something? Jorginho, keep it moving. Don't go back there. Trossard, 2 minutes to go. Ben White on the overlap. Could be the last chance. Ben White, I saw it goes all the way across. Nelson, 2 minutes to go. I can hardly watch it. Cross it, get in the box. Jorginho, 30 yards out. Clips it in, it's awful. I do not want to watch this team. I can't stand this. What kind of... And told me that this January window was acceptable. That's what people told me. Jorginho. And Kivior. Shambolic. They didn't want to win the title. They didn't want to win the title. That January window was not a team trying to win the league. Them signings could have been signed in 7th or 8th. It's not good enough. He hit one rocket against Villa, nothing else. It's a shocking performance. These players have embarrassed themselves. Look at Fabio Vieira. You, mate, you are useless! He is useless! One of the worst signings I have seen at this club. West Ham have got the ball. Please whip it in. Don't clear it. Rob Holding, keep possession. You should have left. They should have left him in Turkey and sold him. Trossard. This is it. Last chance. 30 seconds to rescue the title. Here's Saka. Ben White, you've made a horrible run there. Are we going to get the ball forward? Trossard. Keep the ball! Pass! Reece, come on, rescue us. Go forward, boys. There's 20 seconds left. There's 20 seconds left, mate. Are you going to just clip it in the area? No time for pretty football, bro. Saka, just cut inside on your left foot and cross it. Don't you dare. Have we got anything? We've got nothing. Trossard's fouled him. Title's over. We're done. We're finished. End the stream. I am sorry, but this team, you've set us all up. Fraudulence. Absolute frauds. They don't deserve to win the league. They don't deserve it. I don't care how young they are. I don't care how many pictures they take in merch. I don't care how many speeches they give us. I don't care how much everybody likes them because they're nice. That is scandalous. You don't deserve to win the league. Don't deserve to win it. Spoke about January time and time and time again, and look at that. What kind of substitutions did Mikel Arteta make today? What was he thinking? Martinelli gets an assist. Gabriel Jesus scores. It's 2-2 and you take them both off. That is one of your worst ever performances as Arsenal manager. Ever. It's scandalous what I've just seen. And they'll go and roll Southampton on Friday. And everyone will get hyped again. You can't drop points in a game like that. That is unacceptable. The substitutions were outrageously poor. We don't deserve to win the Premier League. We can't handle the pressure, said Zamir. Point gained, you need to calm down. You must be trolling at this point. Like, you must be trolling. You must be a Man City fan. Point gained. I don't know what game you're watching. 2-0 up against the team in a relegation battle. West Ham, look, they're celebrating, high-fiving. Point against Arsenal. That might keep them up. It's all over Big C and dusted Saka. Listen, sometimes in football, you need your manager to take you off the pitch. You need him to. And say, listen, he's having a bad day. I've got to take him off. Now, it is still in our hands. But if you can't beat West Ham at 2-0, I don't see how they handle it until the end of the season. I don't see it. You've got to go to Newcastle. You've got to go to Man City. You've got to play Chelsea at home. If you can't beat West Ham, I'm sorry. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we go to Man City and beat them. That penalty is devastating. It's absolutely devastating. We don't learn. We don't learn, people. We don't learn. Yarditov, big up, man. I mean, as I said, people, 2023 title challenge, Rob Holding at centre-back. It don't add up. It's never going to add up. West Ham, horrible. That's the history of Arsenal. Bottled, says Black. Recent Arsenal it is. Let's be real. We've bottled opportunities in the past. Europa League finals, top fours. Pressure FC, shambolic team. Ramsdale, never world class, never saves a pen. I mean, I want to watch the replay. Should Ramsdale have saved that Jared Bowen goal? Devastated Big C. I have a tummy ache. I get it. It's not in our hands, Curtis. City win their games, they win it. Congratulations to Man City. Why take Jesus off? I need to know. Somebody please ask him in the press conference. You need a goal, you take off your best striker. Scored 4 goals in 3 games, you drag him. You drag him off and put a winger up front and leave Saka on for 90 when he's having an absolute Freddy Krueger. Well, Starboy Man them said, I told people about Saka, you know, and listen, I'm not going to make this a Saka criticism fest. He's had a bad game. He's been brilliant this season. Saka ain't world class yet. I said it. Because he hasn't been in them environments yet with all of that pressure. Okay, England, yeah, cool. But at club level, he hasn't played Champions League. He hasn't been in title challenging games where you can't slip up. He hasn't been in them trenches yet, people. He's a super talent. He ain't world class. And that's why I said, man, like Vinicius, they've been in them trenches. Under the biggest pressure. Champions League finals, semi-finals, El Clasicos, you know, these are different. Thank God 420 is around the corner, says JW. Oh, my days. Big up for the super chat. Saka isn't anything special. No, he is. Listen, he'll get the blame. He will get the blame. But we can't forget what he's done. Today he was terrible. Simple as that. Today he was terrible. That doesn't mean he's a terrible player. That doesn't mean you got to sell him. If you're having a bad game and your manager doesn't take you off, whose fault is it? The player or the manager? Because the player can't sub himself off. And some days in football, you just can't get it together. And he couldn't get it together today. He couldn't. He had a bad game. He missed a pen. His confidence was gone. So my thing is, manager, why are you not taking him off the pitch? He missed the penalty in the 60th minute, 58th minute. You've got 30 minutes to still win the game. We never looked like scoring after missing the penalty. This was West Ham. It wasn't Liverpool. I'm sorry today. And I know a lot of people say, listen, you've been too hard. Listen, Mikel Arteta today had an absolute nightmare. I know a lot of people love Mikel Arteta, and I respect the season he's had, but today he had a stinker. And it only takes one stinker for Pep to overtake you. Last week at Anfield, he had a stinker in the second half. Zinni was struggling, didn't take him off. Lost the midfield, didn't change it. He's had a nightmare. His substitutions today were horrendous. They made us worse, not better. Southern Gunnar, that transfer window plus Arteta's inexperience and lack of leadership in critical situations, recipe for disaster. And that is absolutely hitting the nail on the head. 3 things. January window. And I've said it time and time again. You signed a centre-back you don't trust. You signed a centre-mid that's got no energy. Trossard was a good one. Lack of in-game subs from Arteta. And lack of leadership on the pitch has cost us. Oh, dear. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm with you, Saka. Yeah, we have to. Nothing to do with Saka or Trossard today. Nothing to do with January, Saka for Trossard. January does have an effect. I'll tell you why. Saliba gets injured. We spent £20 million on a centre-back in January. And he don't trust him to play him. Because he don't think he's ready for the Premier League. So, effectively, we didn't even sign a centre-back because he's basically unavailable. We're in a title challenge with Rob Holding at centre-back. Rob Holding has never been good enough to play for Arsenal. Simple as that. I'm just saying as it is. I always say it as it is. If you sold Rob Holding, where would he go? He'd go to the bottom half of the Premier League. We're playing in title challenging games with Rob Holding. Now, if we signed a decent centre-back in January for 20 million that could have slotted straight in, Saliba gets injured, the new centre-back comes in, solid Premier League, maybe mid-table centre-back who's decent, you get away with it. You play Rob Holding. Nah, Rob Holding, man, he was shaky, bro. He was shaky. Antonio caused him problems, man. I'm not saying he had a stinker, but it doesn't feel solid. Like, you know, when you've played against Arsenal this season, there hasn't really been an out-and-out weakness. I can guarantee West Ham will have been saying, get on Rob Holding. He was shaky, bro. He didn't give away a penalty or anything, but we just don't feel solid. Rationale behind Vieira signing, centre mid priority invest. Listen, I'm just going to say it as it is. Fabio Vieira has been a shocker of a signing. He's a Denis Suarez. He's lightweight, flair player. Can't handle the Prem. Yeah, he's had 1 year, but he's a nice guy. He's just a nice guy. Them man there don't cut it in the Prem. Unless you're a world beater like David Silva or Ozil and you read the game and you're amazing, he's not good enough. Smith Rowe again on the bench doesn't come on. Anyone can ask him in the press conference. The club's number 10, England international. Why does he never come off the bench? But they won't ask him that in the press conference. They'll probably ask him, are you having a cup of tea with David Moyes after the game? Fabio Vieira has been absolutely shocking this season. We didn't need to sign him. We needed a centre mid. And at the moment, we've wasted 35 million on him. Kivior, 20 million, at the moment, wasted. Because we can't play him. Because the manager doesn't think he's good enough. Waste of time. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm not surprised that this has happened. I'm genuinely not. I'm genuinely not, people. Saka today had a stinker. He had an absolute stinker. But he needed a strong manager to say 60 minutes. It's not happening. Get off. We've still got 30 minutes. We can turn this around. Instead, he sat there and left him on the pitch, and it got progressively worse. It's got progressively worse. Starboy Saka was a mess today. But let's just concentrate on the fact it was only today. He's been quality this season. Why always me said it's over. It was a good ride. We got to hang on, people. We got to hang on. It feels like it's over. I can't lie. Dash Cash said Saka was poor today. So was Arteta. Holding was poor, as well as Magalhaes was playing well. Big C, I know we are down, but let's get behind the team. Listen, we will be behind the team, 100%. And I hear you. But for now, we don't play until next Friday. We're going to break down the performance. And today was unacceptable. Today was absolutely unacceptable against a team that were very much there for the taking. West Ham, West Ham. They've been awful this season. They've lost 15 games out of 30. They've lost 50% of their games. If I can give you one positive of any sort, if City win the game in Ham, we're still a point clear. So they still have to make it up against us. But I'm sorry, my confidence levels have dropped massively. We got to play City, who are second, away from home. We got to play Newcastle, who are third, away from home. We've got Brighton at home. We've got Chelsea at home. If you can't put away that West Ham team at 2-0, I genuinely don't see how you get over the finish line with those fixtures. I don't. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they perform a miracle. But I just don't see it. I don't see it, people. I don't see it. And the manager really has concerned me in the last 2 weeks. I can't believe Saka put that wide. He actually opens up his body and side foots it, which usually gives you more control. It's a terrible penalty. It really is. Do you think we beat Southampton? Yeah, we will. But that's not the issue. It's not about, we'll beat Southampton at the Emirates. We'll probably beat them well and everything looks rosy again. But then we play City after that. Can we beat City playing like that? I think Kieran Tierney did all right today. But let me tell you something. I don't think we're as good a team with Tierney in the team as we are with Zinchenko. I just think we're far better on the ball. I'm looking at that Ramsdale one. I think he should save it. I mean, they're playing it in slow motion, so I don't know. Antonio sent Holding to Tivoli Gardens. Bro, I'm telling you, way too strong for him. Now we know why Tierney doesn't play. Not the same team, are we? 100% we know why Tierney doesn't play. He's a good defender, but we're not the same. We don't have the same structure with him in the team. Vegas Gunner, we've been great all season, but the lack of depth options always catches up with us and we run out of gas, need a better sporting director. Yeah. I know people think sometimes I go back to the bigger picture. Today, you could say that if he makes better substitutions, maybe we win that game. But I always go back to the overall issue that January wasn't good enough. We needed game changers. And we didn't get them. When we missed out on Caicedo, the centre-back signing was not good enough. Listen, Kivior could become a really good centre-back for Arsenal, but he won't become a good centre-back this season because he probably won't play. We needed a centre-back to come in and play if someone gets injured. We should not be playing Rob Holding in a title charge. You just shouldn't. He's been at the club for years since Wenger. We all know Holding's not good enough. You know? We're running out of gas. We're playing one game a week, running out of steam. Going 2-0 up and we don't know how to see out the game. Lack of leadership. 2 games in a row that Martin Odegaard, the captain, has been dragged. What does that say about his leadership or lack of leadership? You know, I think we're too nice. We're too nice of a team. Scarlett said the lack of urgency when we needed the 3 points is concerning. We moved, but not forward, apparently. Absolutely gutted. Where was the leadership today? Where was it? We were lacking it because Zinni's a leader. You took Jesus off, who's a leader. Xhaka was very quiet. And Odegaard didn't really lead. Saka has to be dropped the same way Nelly was dropped v Villa. I would drop Saka against Southampton. I think you've got to pull him out. I think you can have a bad game, but I think he's had 2 bad games. A lot of the time we say Saka's tired, but why is he tired would be my question. We're playing one game a week. Is he tired? It's difficult. It's emotional now. On one hand, you think, do you play Saka next week because it's Southampton? They're not very good. It's a chance for him to play himself back into form. The way I feel right now, I'm thinking you've probably got to drop him. Why have our legs gone? I mean, people saying our legs have gone. Why? I think sometimes, and I'm going to say it, I think it's harder playing one game a week sometimes when you're full-time. Me personally, I didn't like training Monday to Friday. I wanted a game on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think City are actually benefiting from playing a game every 4 days because it's like play, win. And when you're winning as well, your confidence is so high that you're desperate to play the next game. You almost don't want to train for the next week. And they rotate their squad. They take players off. They keep everyone hungry. We don't use our squad in the same way. Obviously, we don't have the same level of quality, but I think some of the players are running out of steam. It's been a long, hard season, and you're in that situation now where City are like Usain Bolt being second and you're first, and you can hear their footsteps behind you. You can't make one mistake. And the last 2 weeks have cost us. We've done the same thing 2 weeks in a row. Training must be draining 7 days a week. It just gets a little bit tedious sometimes. You're like, you know what? I'd rather have a game. Don't get me wrong. They would get a day off. They'd probably get Wednesday off usually. They might get tomorrow off, or they'll do a recovery session. But it's been a bad week. 2 draws. What I'm looking for now is a reaction from this team. At the moment, I'm fuming with the team. I'm really disappointed with what we've produced. And I'm very disappointed with Mikel Arteta today and his lack of in-game management, which is something that I thought he'd improved. But this team have got to respond. They're not babies. I know we're always talking about, oh, this young team. Bun all that. Stand up and show us what you're about. Southampton next week, bottom of the league. Slap them up. And then you play City. If you're about that life, you go to City and at least get a draw. If you go there and get beat, it's a wrap. It's done and dusted. Forget the last 4 or 5 games. It will be a mess. So, listen, it's not over, but it does feel like it. I've got to be honest. Sam said we just have no idea how to seal these games. Hype said more worried about making individuals happy and other teams than winning the league. Listen, 100% true. Do you think if Man City wanted Caicedo in January or whoever they wanted, would they have said, you know what, let's not make another offer because we don't want to annoy Brighton? They would have said, listen, we've got to 70, so let's get to 75. Let's get to 80. We believe this guy can be a game changer. But they didn't. They took the easy option, said, okay, let's stop. We don't want to annoy Brighton. Let's get Jorginho. Now, Jorginho is not terrible, but he's not good enough. He's not going to make a significant difference when you're in a title charge. So we're just a nice club. We're a nice team. We don't want to fall out with people. We don't want to put pressure on people in the window. It's all nice. It's all friendly. They'll all get new contracts. They'll all make money for the Cronkays. They'll go to LA and take pictures. And they'll say, we're ahead of schedule. We won a top 4 this year and we finished second. So, we're ahead of the curve and we're going to have an exciting summer and this young team is, bun all that. I don't care. I win the title. Stop making excuses. Go and win the league. Jamie said, question is how many points does City win the league by now? Oh, bro. Jacob said the squad is still weak-minded. Haven't learnt. Arteta like Groundhog Day. Awful game management. One of the worst in-game managers in the league. I am convinced. I think today you saw a distinct lack of experience in the manager. I think when we fall into difficulty, he finds it difficult to manage. He has one way of playing. We're going to play, we're on the front foot and we're dominant. When we can't do that, we look like we've got no idea. There's no plan B. With City, if their bopping is not working, at times they'll get the ball out wide to De Bruyne and whip a crossing. Haaland will head it in. They've got a plan B. They can play different. We don't have a plan B. It's perfect football or nothing. And when it stops working, we look a little bit clueless. And today was shocking. Arsenal fan down under said, Curtis, can you explain the drop-off after the fast start? I've got no idea. Is it arrogance? Do they get 2-0 up and think that we've won? Do they not have the hunger to keep doing the same thing? I can't explain it. What we've done wrong both weeks is last week we did the thing with Xhaka and then bad defending and we conceded. This week Partey gives the ball away, we concede a penalty, and goals change games. The momentum switches when you concede, and I think that's what it is. You know, West Ham are going in at half time, going, "Come on, 2-1, we're back." Arsenal are rattled, and then they score, and we don't seem to be able to come back. But. Big C, it feels like a loss, 100%. This is a loss. I don't care. I ain't sitting here saying a point gain. We've thrown 3 points away today against a relegation side who are in a relegation scrap. TJ said, no, Man City would look for another player. They don't overpay if they don't need to. Cucurella is an example. Now, I hear you on that, but they find a suitable alternative, right? When they went for Kane, they didn't get Kane. They got Haaland. Right? When they lost Jesus, they signed Alvarez. When they got rid of Sterling, they bought Grealish. Fernandinho went, Rodri came in. Company went, Diaz came in. So they keep it. The levels are always similar. I hear you, they'll walk away if it gets too expensive, but they don't go and buy some guy. No disrespect to Jorginho, but this is a guy that Chelsea were willing to get rid of. 6 months left on his deal. So how can you think he's going to come to Arsenal and make the difference? He was just a squad player, just an El Neni replacement. We needed more than that. Because games like today, when Partey is struggling, you need a Caicedo to say, yeah, you go on and play. But we haven't got it. And the board weren't ambitious enough. They made offers, but they were never going to get it done. Jamie said, maybe harsh on Saka, but he's not it in the big moments. I think he's become a little bit predictable, Saka. That's the problem. He's a little bit one-dimensional. That's the only thing I would say against Saka. We are not ruthless enough, says Will Mackenzie. Too happy to be nice guys and friendly and not fall out and go to the Premier League meetings and be cool with everyone. And that's it. That's the problem. When Man City go 2-0 up, you say, how many are they going to win the game by at 2-0? It's as simple as that. Haaland, 2-0, you're like, right, game over. Might as well turn it off. This is going to be 5 or 6. When Arsenal go 2-0 up, you're like, well, I think we need a third because we're not safe at 2-0. And I blame a lot of what is happening, I'm sorry, to the ownership and to the manager and to Edu. Because that January, and I know people say, that January did not represent a team that were trying to win the league. Trossard, good signing. Jorginho, doesn't make much difference. Kivior, at this stage, is a useless signing because the manager doesn't think he's ready to play in the Premier League. We needed a centre-back that if Saliba got injured, could go straight in the Premier League. So, congratulations, Arsenal. Yeah? You're friends with Brighton. Maybe you can go out for dinner with the Brighton board members tonight. We're in London. It's not far from Brighton. Maybe you can go and have dinner with the Brighton chairman. But unfortunately, we didn't buy a top-quality centre midfielder. We didn't buy a top-quality centre-back. And that's what happens. Because when Partey's having a bad game, the replacement level is not high enough. And you're playing Rob Holding in a title race. It's insane, unfortunately. Mikel Arteta's had a lot of praise from me this season. And I've always been honest with this situation. I'm still not the biggest fan of Mikel Arteta. I stand by that. I think he's having a very good season. He deserves credit. And if we win the league, obviously, he becomes a hero overnight. But I still don't know if he has that ruthless edge. And that you can be ruthless binning players like Aubameyang, that's fine. But why can't you take Saka off when he's having a bad game? I would love them to ask him that question in the press conference, but they won't. Is Saka all of a sudden Thierry Henry or Dennis Bergkamp or Alexis Sanchez? Is he at that level where, do you know what? He's having a bad game, but he's so good, I think he can just produce something. He's not at that level. If he's having a stinker, take him off. Will Mackenzie said his stepson is a City fan. Oh, dear me. Pray for you, he says. Andrew said next season isn't guaranteed. Need it this season. Next season, we could come fourth. We could come fifth. Let's be real. City will probably be top again. Liverpool are going to spend big money. United are going to spend. If they get the Qatar takeover, they could have 200-300 million. They only probably need a striker and a centre mid. They're not far off. Chelsea will spend another 200-300 million, get a quality manager. Spurs are Spurs, don't worry about them. But there's no guarantee we even get top four next season, because if these lot don't have a good window in the summer, who knows? It's so disappointing. So disappointing, man. Threw away the Europa League, threw away the FA Cup to concentrate on the Prem. Has it even helped us playing one game a week? I would argue we look like we haven't got 90 minutes in us at the moment of high intensity. We're good for 40 minutes and then we fall off. I don't know. I really don't know. Rishikesh said, arrogance and complacency are the two main sins for failure. We have dropped the league. Some fans need to stop being deluded. We can't win at the Etihad. It's going to need a minor miracle. That is for sure. If you can't beat West Ham, how do you beat Man City? Fitz said, go 2-0 up and foot off the gas. It's a mentality issue. 100%. 100%. They don't know how to win in them circumstances. Newcastle beat this team 5-1. We are not winning it, says Marco. Worried this team could go backwards, says, who was that? McLovin. Worried the team could go backwards. Brighton will beat Man City. Arsenal beat Man City. Fulham beat Man City. Mark my words, said Sam. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I love the optimism. January has come back to haunt us. Listen. There's not a lot more to say, people. We need clutch players. I just still can't believe what we've watched today. I really can't. But what can we do? It'll be Arsenal therapy tomorrow. I think I'll have to call it something more than therapy, because that is just shambolic. Nelson said, I want ESR's seat on the bench, the coziest seat at every game. Will anyone ask him that? Smith Rowe's been back for over a month, hasn't played 1 minute, sits on the bench every week. What, is he fit or not? Is he available or not? What's he on the bench for? Because we need him, and he's not coming on. Big up Nelson. Southern Gooner. Watch out, Aston Villa will enter the fray with money bags next season. This might have been our only realistic challenge for some time. And I hear you. I don't buy into this whole thing that, yeah, progress this year, finish second, we'll do it next year. Nah, mate. Man City are trying to sign Jude Bellingham. They'll get even better next season. We're going to sign Declan. And let me just say one thing. Declan Rice was not very good today. I'm not looking at Declan Rice today and thinking, oh, yeah, we need him in our team. Not really, not for 80 million. Owen said Arsenal fans need to wake up. It's over. Bottle job is in our blood. We can mask it as long as we can. We are bottle jobs. Vegas Gunner, we don't have enough good management structure to offset Arteta's inexperience. The only good backups are Trossard, Tierney and ESR. And ESR is injured. Well, not according to this manager. He's on the bench, but... crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shambles. Pep takes off De Bruyne. Arteta can't take off Saka. Says gunning you down. I mean, listen, it's easy when you've got top quality on the bench, but that ruthlessness, he did it against Bayern Munich. Took De Bruyne off. De Bruyne was throwing arms up. Next window will be so critical. Must sell to generate 70 million and spend 200. Can you see the Kroenke spending 200 million? I can't see it. Get Caicedo. Should have got him in January. This is the point of the season where experience is priceless. Yeah. But listen, all I can do in any sort of positive is cling to the fact we're still 4 points clear. They've got a game in hand. If they win it, they're a point behind us. Prove your worth. Beat Southampton on Friday. That should be a standard win. And then you go to Etihad and we'll find out whether this season is done or not. That will be title decider in my opinion. Arsenal rehab, I think we'll have to call it tomorrow. And we'll go over the game. I don't really want to talk about it, but we're going to have to. AHD said, Big C, I'm fasting. This is what Bixie, I'm fasting. If I say what I feel, my fast will be invalid. Last Sunday and this Sunday, these lot are ruining Ramadan. Bottle jobs, holding effects, our build-up. Arteta going back to type. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. Nico said it's just crazy. Capitulation at its finest. I'm surprised most of us are surprised by it at all. Let's keep it a buck. 2015-16, Leicester's winning title. We bottled it. We were top in February and we bottled it. We didn't buy a striker in January. Giroud went 15, didn't score. Last year, top 4 was in our hands twice and we bottled it both times. Under Unai Emery, we got to the Europa League final and we bottled it. And this season, if it unfolds like it looks the last 2 weeks, we are bottling it again. It's one thing having the youngest team in the league, but the problem is then you've got a lack of experience and a lack of know-how and understanding how to win the big games. Man City have got winners all over that team. They know how to win games, how to see them through. We don't, and that is the problem at the moment. It's all right signing all these nice guys, but these nice guys don't often win Premier League titles. Henry and Vieira, them guys, they had a nasty streak about them. Even City, you've seen Rodri will kick you if he has to. Diaz will have a scrap with you. Kyle Walker, you know, that's the problem. So, people, the game is over. It's not over, but it feels like it today. West Ham 2, Arsenal 2. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Like the video, subscribe. We'll be back 2 p.m. tomorrow for Arsenal rehab. Disappointing. Could be title over. We're hanging by a thread, people. Bless.